Solid one. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Attack the Talk. And I want to personally welcome you all here to Attack the Talk 2025. Wow.
Crazy.
Can we get that applause? What's up? Welcome, guys. Happy New Year. Hope you guys enjoyed the holidays. We had 2 weeks off. I think we all enjoyed the holidays. Of course, you guys know we'll go ahead and we'll talk about what we were up to. And I hope that you guys have been well. I hope you guys have been safe, healthy. And I hope you guys obviously enjoyed the holidays. We have joining us live in chat. We have, of course, our good friend Jacob. And we have our friend Eddie. What's up, guys?
What's up?
Thank you for joining.
Jacob says, I miss y'all so much, and my phone almost caught fire because the cord was smoking, so I threw it away fast. Damn, that is crazy.
The phone or the cord? Which one did you throw away? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. The smoke.
He threw the smoke away. Eddie says, yay to 2025. That is right.
Put it in the dumpster.
Shout out 2025. May 2025 be all of our year, right?
God, please.
Ready. But we are back. We're going to continue on with the story. I know we left off in a very kind of suspenseful moment where we had the injured soldier that is Aaron Kruger speaking to a young Falco, and seems like Aaron Kruger wasn't really hiding his agenda, being very vague, but wasn't necessarily hiding intentions. And we're going to go ahead and kind of understand really what the agenda is. And for anybody that's watched, of course, you guys know how it plays out, but for anybody that has not, spoiler warning to all of our friends out there, but we're in season 4, and if you're watching this at this point, there's a good chance you guys have already seen the entire series. So but we do have to give that disclaimer.
You should have at least.
We would hope so.
Yeah. And hell yeah, Eddie says currently driving,
I was
but
just
love
laughing about
bumping
that.
you guys on the aux. And what better way to go ahead and bump up the aux, bump up the volume by asking Zach, how are you feeling, man?
How do I?
I hope you heard every
I
bit
blew
of
your
that,
damn
Eddie.
speakers out, Eddie.
Eddie, stop typing and driving. Only
Jacob
at red
said,
light.
my phone
I hope
died.
he's doing
Sorry.
What is it, text to speak?
Yeah, speech to text.
Speech to text?
Yeah.
Got him reversed.
Yeah, there you go. But
Jacob just came back. My phone died.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it probably exploded with the smoke a little.
Awesome.
Or it's like supercharged now. One of the two.
Infinite battery life.
But yeah,
Infinite
so
phone glitch.
we have missed you guys too. You know, it's crazy. It's kind of like, you know what, the holidays are kind of like a blur.
Yeah.
Like they happen so quickly. So the break, it did feel kind of fast a little bit. You know, 2 weeks went by pretty quick in my opinion, but it feels good. It feels good to be back. But I do have some bad news for some of you guys who were really just missing us. We're back this week, but we will not be back next week. I do want to let you guys know because me and Zebra Cakes will be out in London. We'll be in London for the week.
Do not follow them.
We can't have a show without our host.
Well, especially when Lexi doesn't have like any speaking lines.
Yeah, I would be doing
So it
all
would
the
just be all
naps.
Zach.
myself the whole time.
Yeah.
So you guys will see that over in this episode when we go ahead and we talk about
It's okay. Next
what
time
we're focusing on.
is or later on in this same episode, not the episode we're covering, but Attack on Titan episode. There's a lot of Gabi, and she sounds like a Chihuahua. I hate it. I'm not looking forward to voicing her.
Yeah.
She sounds like a Chihuahua, like barking at you.
So it's gonna be fun to go ahead and hear all that from Lex, but you guys are gonna have to wait for that. I'm sorry, and no London stream. Sorry, Jacob.
Sorry.
So I will be out over in London again with Zebra Cakes because Zebra Cakes is gonna be preparing for her show in
She's a
London.
working woman.
She is an artist, an incredible artist, and she has a show where she's gonna be showcasing all of her canvases that she's done, and I'm excited to go ahead and experience that with her and support her and just be, you know, an incredibly proud boyfriend. And she also has some really cool things planned for the both of us. I'm really excited, and it's going to be an awesome trip, but the days are just jam-packed with events, whether it is work-related for Zebra Cakes or whether it is us just exploring London. So there will not be any time for a stream, and unfortunately, as I said, you guys will have to wait for us to come back the following week.
Yeah, AJ writes our document. how are we supposed to have a stream with no documents?
Just sit here and play rock paper scissors.
I know.
For like 2
Well,
hours.
honestly, if you just sit me and Zach in a room with mics, we're gonna talk
You
for
guys gonna
hours.
talk for an hour?
Yeah.
For sure, a good hour, and then
Maybe not even to each other, but we're gonna talk for hours.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah,
I got plenty of people to talk to. Man.
Yeah, I got plenty of things to think out loud about.
Also, for anybody, of course, that is an Attack on Titan fan, I just have a date to say. February 10th. February 10th. That is going to be
The movie.
the U.S. theatrical release for the AOT. Whatchamacallit? It's called
Whatever
like
the final movie.
Yeah.
Final
It's called the
movie.
final something, I
Part
believe.
12
Maybe I'm
final
wrong, but
Like the
movie.
final
but it's gonna have other
is.
exclusive I guess content in terms of stuff that was added and whatnot, and February 10th we'll go ahead and we'll see what all that's about.
I really hope it eventually gets dubbed too, because if there's like cut lines or cut moments or whatever, I want that dubbed as well. I want to know what it
I'll
would
tell
sound
you
like
what,
for anyone else.
if it doesn't happen and it doesn't get dubbed, then we'll just dub it here live.
We'll just do it ourselves.
We'll go ahead and we'll just
We'll do it
Got
live.
you guys. We got you guys.
We'll do it live.
we'll figure it out. But it definitely needs to be dubbed. We need to go ahead and hear those voices for us English dub lovers. And
I was literally watching a video last night on all of the Marvel rival voice actors and who is their most popular voice and everything. And
anybody that you want to go ahead and mention? Shout out?
Laura Bailey, she's really good. She does
Okay.
a lot of video games, but she's also done a lot of anime. Trying to think of one, maybe. No, mainly video games that I know her from. But there's a lot. There's some really cool. There's some like Overwatch voice actors that are also in Marvel Rivals.
Is there any AOT?
No. But in Overwatch there is.
You said it's Levi,
McCree's
right?
voiced by Matt Mercer.
Yeah.
Matt Mercer? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Matthew Mercer.
I haven't seen it yet, Jacob. I've been putting it off. I've actually been on a Breaking Bad binge.
Oh, really? You watching
Work.
Breaking Bad?
It's that time of the
I
season.
do want to go ahead and talk. Maybe we can talk about it
seen
now.
it before. I am now in season. It's been a long 2 weeks.
So you're on
End of season 4.
Oh, wow.
I got like one episode left.
Okay.
Season 4.
So hold that thought.
How many seasons are there?
5.
So I do want to talk about what we've kind of been
Five.
watching and stuff, because also too, like me and Zebra Cakes, we binged 2 shows. But again, we're back. we'll be focusing over
By the way, guys, we're here.
season 4, episode 4. This will be part 1 of our episode breakdown discussion. That will be episode title is From One Hand to Another. Or as you guys can see here over in the stream, it says Welcome the Tybur family. So we're gonna get introduced to the Tybur family, and and of course, as we go ahead and we do the voices for the characters, and again, we're not pro voice actors, so we will do the best that we can to go ahead and bring these characters to life and to illustrate the characters in your mind and let you guys go ahead and remember the scenes. I felt like it would be very fitting for a certain character to be voiced by somebody in this room, and we all know that Zach does a good job of voicing characters that ultimately end up dying. We know that there's a lot of characters that die, but we felt like, hey, let Zach go ahead and voice Mr. Willie Tybur.
It only makes
So,
sense.
Zach gets to go ahead
You
and
voice
voice Willie
characters that
Tybur,
die.
and we'll go ahead and we'll get introduced to
Gotta
Willie
keep
in this
it
episode, and
headcanon-based.
and that means that we're gonna be getting close. We still have maybe a month or so until we get to that speech, but.
Yeah.
Zach,
The one
start
you're all
preparing
waiting for.
now, because you're gonna have that final that declaration of war speech, and
Just get like a snippet and have it in my videos on my
we'll just
phone.
go ahead and
Yeah.
somehow
Just
get it
constantly
written
have it
down on like
loop.
some sort of scroll, so you can go ahead and just
A scroll.
boom, have it right there for you, right there in writing.
And that's the same voice actor. That's Jonah Scott. That's the same voice actor that does Legoshi and Beastars.
Interesting.
Have you seen the last season?
I haven't actually. I wanted to watch it. I really did, but I
didn't
saw
think I'd
clips
watch
of
it
it.
before you, but I was curious.
I saw clips of it and I was like, not really interested. I don't know.
It was
I don't know if
alright.
it's maybe just me. I don't know. I gotta watch it to make a judgment. I'm not gonna make any judgment. I
I
gotta
was
watch it before I
curious.
start
I was
judging.
just curious.
But I haven't seen
Speaking of watching though, so I do want to ask, have you guys been like binging anything during the break? I want to ask our friends too. Have you guys been like binging any shows for these 2 weeks? And I know Zach mentioned Breaking Bad, and for somebody that hasn't watched or seen Breaking Bad, obviously very much aware of it because of its pop culture status of being one of the best series of really this decade.
I understand
and stuff,
all the memes now.
So for somebody that needs a push to go ahead and watch it, how would you go ahead and kind of like recommend it to me?
Damn.
What got you to start watching it?
I've been putting it off.
Oh, okay.
I have
So
nothing else
it's been
to
on
watch.
the watch list for a little bit.
It's been on the watch list.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Drugs are cool.
Yeah, well,
that's
Mr. Walter,
I feel like
whatever his name is, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
Walter White. I mean, it's a cool story of watching someone spiral into like self-destruction.
Okay.
How to watch someone so stable get how their ego, it's just all ego. Like I fucking hate Walter White. I fucking hate Walter White. Like I get it. He's a cool main character. Like the story's great, but like I understand the point of the story. It's to show you like someone who's literally just like spiraling, like self-destruction after self-destruction, trying to save it, self-destruction, just like that endless cycle. It's an interesting watch.
How many seasons are there? Do you know?
I think there's 5.
Oh, there's 5, so you're already almost done.
I'm almost done.
So you said you finished season 4. You started season 4.
I'm almost done. I got
Almost
like
done
one
with
more
season
episode.
4. So damn, that means one more episode until you're on to the final season.
I honestly turned it off at like a peak moment between 2 characters, and it was really intense. And I was like, I'm gonna deal with this later.
Okay.
I'm gonna deal with this later. I can't do this right now.
Okay, very cool. Did you binge watch or start watching anything
I
else?
was watching a good amount of movies.
Good amount of movies. Anything you want to kind of recommend?
1917.
Okay.
It's a war movie, but I'm there for the cinematography. It's basically a story about this soldier. It's World War I. I want to say British or English, I can't remember. But he gets told, hey, you need to go to the front line and deliver this message. We have aerials of the Germans, blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, oh, by the way, that's where your brother's stationed too. So that's like why they picked him. They're like, why to find his ass? So he grabs his buddy and he's like, let's go. And he's like, what? And then you see their story. But the cinematography of it is, it's like there's 3 acts, but the movie is supposed to be one long cut. Like one take. Like there's not jump cuts. There's no moving around. It's just one camera the entire way through. So that's like the beauty of it. There's 3 acts. There's like a morning, a break, and then a final conclusion.
Okay. Wow.
But it's super cool.
Nice.
It's pretty gory, I'm not gonna lie. But it's still like super well done. Super like,
I feel like you wouldn't expect anything less than a World War
war
I
movie, yeah.
yeah, no, it gives you, it really, especially
Make it
when you're-
accurate.
I saw it in theaters. I saw it in IMAX with the whole like Dolby Cinema, and I was like,
You could feel the explosions.
dude, no, it's like it puts you in the moment if you have the right setup for it. And you're just like, wow, that's fucking intense. But it's a good movie. It's a really good movie.
Cool. Right on. What about you, Lex?
In terms of watching,
Yeah. Watching anything?
I was on a really good Dan streak, and then I got to episode 11, and then I was
you're
gonna
so
save
close.
it to start for the next season so I can binge,
It is pretty close out.
but then I just I'm still waiting, and then it just went on the back burner, and then obviously holidays happened. I
Yeah.
was super busy, so I watched a little bit of Beast Games. You know Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
Is it any good?
I was very curious, and this is actually while I was out of town in a cabin. We'll get more on that later when we talk about.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll eventually talk about
2
what we've been up to.
But Luca my boyfriend was telling me about oh yeah, Mr. Beast literally rented out the Allegiant Stadium and had brought in a bunch of people and da 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 da. I was like, what? And he was like, I actually watched a little bit. It's actually entertaining because it's actual reality TV. Those are real life people
Yeah.
in it and stuff. And I was like,
This isn't the
okay.
one where one of them involved hide and seek, right? Or whatever. In the
I don't know. I've only
Allegiant
seen the
Stadium?
first episode.
Okay.
But there's
I know that there is some controversy behind that.
6 out.
Maybe that's, I don't know if that's just a
There's a lot
Mr.
of
Beast
that on
YouTube thing.
No, there's a lot of
Yeah.
that on YouTube. There's a lot of hide and seek for cash prizes between YouTube.
There is a lot of those. But Yeah, it's true. He rented out the entire Legion Stadium. He's like giving away $5 million, which is the most money that's ever been given away on any show. It's like on Peacock or something, or no, not. What's the other one that starts with a P? Paramount. Yeah, it's on Paramount Plus.
Okay.
He's like actually has a production, and he's actually like giving away real life.
Isn't it supposed
hella
to be
money?
on Amazon?
That sounds familiar.
Wasn't it supposed to be on Amazon Prime?
Oh, it's on Prime.
Yeah, it's on
okay.
Prime.
There it is.
I think I watched. What did I watch it on? Oh, I guess it is on Prime.
Prime?
Yeah,
There you go.
it starts with a P. I don't know, bro.
That's why there was after the whole Mr. Beast allegations thing, there was like a huge controversy between Amazon Prime and Mr. Beast too. Like they didn't know if they were because his PR was so bad.
Real quick, so
Yeah, I did.
Just to go
The
ahead and
girls
black.
always notice.
Zebra Cakes noticed. Yes.
It's like the
Zach
darkest
did.
brown I could get.
Guy is
There's a
his
demi.
hair. Real quick.
Also, Eddie, I'm glad you see the image, bro.
Yes, there you go. And
Yes.
then, and then Jacob is currently still watching One Piece. He says he can't
Edward Cullen
stop
is crazy.
One Piece, and yeah, Zach looks like Edward Cullen.
It's because he looks pale in this lighting, huh?
I know.
Yeah, it is the lighting.
But yeah, actually, really
Like,
funny.
whoa.
Yeah, very very funny. And that was
Edward
intense.
Cullen.
Clip it. And yeah, I haven't really been watching anything other than that.
I've been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals.
I did start playing Marvel Rivals.
Are you ranked?
Someone gave me some money, and I may have used it to buy my Xbox the next day after Christmas.
Oh wow,
May have-
fascinating.
May have
that person.
immediately bought my shout out to that person. He knows who he is. Anyways,
What a cool host.
yeah, aren't Big Brother's so cool? Anyways, yeah, I was so excited that the next day and literally I was going on a flight that same day. I picked up my Xbox an hour and a half before my flight
Wow.
because I was like, I need this.
Brought that shit with
I
you,
need
huh?
it. I was like, I need the Xbox now. I'm tired of Fortnite taking 10 minutes to open. So
Damn, that is pretty tough. That's
So-
pretty tough.
I got it and I traveled with it. I took it with me on my flight. I took it with me through all of my trips, and I was coached through Marvel Rivals, and now I've played every single character in the roster.
That's gonna be your best friend for about 5 to 7 years, I'd say.
Yeah. Now I have a cute Xbox Series S sitting upright underneath my desk. She's so cute right there.
Trying to crew up, rank up.
I have so many people that like every single one on the men's volleyball team and like on every other team ever. And like every person I talk to is like, dude, Marvel Rivals again, dude. I'm like, oh my God.
Armed and dangerous.
It's okay. Me and Luca have been walking around wherever we go, just being like,
This is so
pure chaos.
What character do you think that is from Marvel? For their ult. That's their ult.
That's our ultimate line. And it's like a nuke. It's like Diva.
Chaos!
Oh man,
The woman.
this is a Marvel. I'm guessing probably Scarlet Witch.
Yes, it is.
really?
What about armed and dangerous? Again! Again!
Oh God, I didn't know
Again!
we'd be bringing this.
33 times. That's
Yeah.
the most I've seen. Keyword is armed.
Yeah. I'm thinking, but the first person comes to mind is Bucky, Winter Soldier.
Yes.
Yep.
Was that who it is?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You're so good at this, AJ.
Damn.
I don't know how to say Iron Fist.
It's in English. He just has a really.
There's just so
Is it
much
in-
over. No, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty
sounds
sure
like
it is
a
in
chant.
English.
It sounds like a chocolate chant.
I'm pretty sure it is in English. He just has a really thick, or he like carries his vowels blend together because of his accent. There's a really easy one. There's a you're gonna guess it super easy. It's just judge, jury, executioner. You know who that is?
Hold on, let me think a little bit. Judge, jury, executioner. That is.
If he gets it wrong, I'm gonna cry.
No, it's okay. He's got it. You're thinking too hard. It's pretty obvious.
Hit him with it again.
Judge, jury, executioner.
Jacob, my hair did not always look like this. I was
Who is that?
blonde.
The
like
Punisher.
brunette blonde.
Oh,
yeah.
Punisher?
Yeah, because judge, jury, executioner.
Oh, got it. It's been a little while since Punisher's kind of just been a thing.
But the Wolverine voice actor is the same voice actor that did like
Marvel Alliance.
all of the other Wolverines ever.
Shit, what's his name? He's the one who does Toonami voice too.
Yeah, he does. It's He also does Venom's voice too. He does Venom's and Wolverine's voice in Marvel Rivals. He has a short first name. It's only like 4 letters. It's like something Bloom.
Steve
Bloom.
Steve Bloom. Yeah, there you
That's
go.
what it is. Steve. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that Steve
Good
Bloom.
job, Eddie.
Thank you.
Steve Bloom.
It's not his first name. That's only 4 letters. His last name, Bloom.
Yeah. So that's cool.
He's pretty cool.
Glad you guys
Love
do.
Venom.
Yeah, I haven't been watching anything. That was your original question.
Yeah.
Yeah. My bad. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So to kind of, I guess, also add on to what I've been kind of playing too is I want to shout out to Zebra Cakes' brother who hooked it up with some Pokemon stuff. He got me a new game. So I'm playing Diamond now.
Nice.
And
Very nice. Very nice.
so I picked what's his name, Chimchar. And so currently where I'm at right now,
Calling.
I have a level 14 Chimchar evolves into a what is it?
Monferno.
So
Yeah.
I have a Monferno. I have a level 12 what's the little electric thing's name?
Fuck.
It's like the blue little electric
The squirrel.
I guess it's a squirrel.
Pachirisu.
No.
Oh, you're talking about little lion boy.
Yeah.
Talking about Shinx.
Yeah, I have a level 12 Shinx and then I have a level 12 Abra.
I could visualize it.
Nice.
So that's what I have right now. And then so I started this game as myself, whereas, obviously the last game I did, I asked, Zebra Cakes what her lineup would be and whatnot. So this game is me. And then so I realized, oh shit, there's this other character who's like blonde. Obviously it doesn't matter anymore because but I named him Zach.
You believe that?
So yeah.
I'm Barry.
Yeah.
Battle me now.
So
Let's put 100 million on it.
You're the guy with so much energy that you're literally going out there and running
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, that makes sense. No. That fits.
Yeah,
That's
even
it.
Jacob knows. He's like, Barry.
Barry. Yeah, so
You got
Zach
some
is
bad
Barry.
dreams with Barry? That motherfucker's tough.
There you go.
Carlisle Colon is crazy. That's a little more accurate.
Yeah, shout out to
Carlisle.
Zebra Cakes' brother.
You just
And,
need to get some red contacts.
And then me and Zebra Cakes, we binge watched
Some body glitter.
The Penguin. We watched The
Oh,
Penguin.
I heard that's
finally.
good.
We know that The Penguin is something that people have been talking. Anytime they see it, they're like, "Oh my gosh, it's amazing."
Sell me on the penguin.
So I'll tell you what. You watched the Batman, Matt Reeves.
Yeah.
So what Matt Reeves did with that movie and how it kind of brought the whole detective aspect to it and how it kind of was more a little realistic, you really get an idea for Oz, for the Penguin, right?
Yeah.
As far as really kind of what he's up to. I guess kind of like what's interesting about it is that what I love with what AOT does, it's all about kind of the perspective thing, right?
Yeah.
Where next thing you know, you're rooting for a certain person because there's a lot of evil shit going on, right? But then you're fooling yourself that like why the fuck am I rooting for the Penguin? It's like one of those things. But then
I love
so
that.
it's something where you watch it, and as the turn of events happen, I believe there's only like
Gotta love that guy.
I want to say there's 7 episodes. There might be 8, but it's around 7 to 8 episodes. And you're going on this kind of like cinematic journey. It feels very much like a Matt Reeves Batman like movie, but split into obviously parts. And
that's
it's
exciting.
so well done. The acting is really, really good. And the Colin Farrell just kills it as the Penguin. And then obviously you dig into the Penguin's kind of origin a little bit and stuff, and you realize
That was going to be my question is it an origin?
Yeah, so
Or is it more of like a continuation, but it gives you origin as you go through
it's a continuation, but then once you start kind of getting to, I guess, the bulk of the story, kind of the main plot of it all, you kind of go back a little bit to go ahead and really kind of figure out the Penguin.
Yeah.
Right?
Gotcha.
But the acting is good.
Fire.
And as you watch it, there's a lot of crazy shit that happens, a lot of different turn of events, and it's a really nice, just like journey that kind of keeps you on the edge of your seat a little bit,
To bounce off you a bit, I feel like that is exactly why you should watch Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
Because you have those characters where you're also like,
You can tell the morality.
I
the
hated
morality
you
is
last
skewed.
season, but this season I roll with you.
Yeah.
Next season you're like, man, why? What the fuck is this dude doing? You're like, now he's the bad guy again. So it's a lot of back and forth there as well. Acting is pretty good too.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Breaking Bad has incredible actors and stuff, and so obviously that's why so many people really love that series. But yeah, I mean, recommend The Penguin. Obviously, another one that we binge watched was something that was just all over the place when it first came out with season 1. But that's of course Squid Games.
Yeah,
So-
I need to watch season 2.
Binge watched.
I did watch Squid Games.
Binge watch season 2. Obviously, no spoilers for anybody that haven't seen it and stuff like that. But just watch it.
No, thank you.
And
Episode 1 will get you hooked.
no, definitely go ahead and watch it. But yeah, and then Eddie said I binge watched Vikings
Vikings Valhalla.
Valhalla, which takes place before Vinland Saga.
Okay.
I haven't seen that yet either.
Interesting. I still haven't seen Vinland Saga.
Yeah, I need to watch that. I'm such a poser.
So good. It's so good.
But yeah, so that's kind of just been what's going on with the break. As far as a movie, recently, and I mean somewhat recent, like maybe like this past, I think it was Saturday night, me and Zebra Cakes and Zebra Cakes' family went ahead and watched a movie, and we're kind of looking at movies, and this movie kind of popped up, and the movie's called Fly Me to the Moon. And it's a movie with Scarlett Johansson and Channing Tatum, and there's a lot of other casts or actors that are in it, and it fits the actors so well. The story is essentially about the space race, and Russia landing over on the moon, and then the U.S. trying to go ahead and land on the moon and stuff and all that, and so you figure out kind of Channing Tatum's kind of his motives in this and that as he works over kind of as this NASA group, and then you have like this essentially like a master marketer in Scarlett Johansson, where she somehow like gets a job working and then with kind of closely with Channing Tatum, and then Woody Harrelson's also in it. Woody Harrelson plays kind of like this like government guy, and it's an interesting movie. And I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was cool. The cast did a phenomenal job. So, but again, it's called Fly Me to the Moon. That's what we kind of watched. And, but yeah, so now, Zebra Cake says, I've been getting into House Hunters International.
Nice.
That's pretty entertaining.
Her
Not
House
gonna
Hunters. We saw Woody Harrelson at Wiener Schnitzel.
What?
Yeah. So when we went through the drive-through, and then so Zebra Kicks was like, you know what? I don't think I've ever been inside of a Wiener Schnitzel before. And I was like, oh well, just go ahead and take a look as we're passing by the drive-through window and that, and you go ahead and get a peek at inside the actual little Wiener Schnitzel. And then right as we both turned to look inside, there was this guy sitting over at the nearest booth to the window, and then all of a sudden, like, simultaneously turned and looked at us, so we kind of like all met eyes, and the guy we presumed to be bald, he had a beanie on this now, but he had very much a Woody Harrelson face, and we're like, damn, maybe it was him. I don't know what the hell he was doing over at Wiener Schnitzel, but
Which Wiener Schnitzel was this? Was this local Wiener Schnitzel?
It was
Local Wiener
Local.
Schnitzel.
yeah, it was
Gotcha.
local. So it definitely wasn't him, but if it was him, what the fuck's he doing out
I
over
know,
here?
what's
But
going on?
Either way,
man.
Either way, I got Zebra Cakes over on Wiener Schnitzel because she had never really been into Wiener Schnitzel before, and it is underrated. Definitely underrated.
I like their corn dogs.
Yeah, they got good. They got good
Their
dogs.
chili.
Yeah. He said just eating by himself like a sad retired CIA agent.
Aw.
So that CIA agent was kind of like his rollover in that movie. What the heck is Wiener Schnitzel? It's it's just a little fast food place.
Oh, it's a hot dog place.
Yeah.
Wiener Schnitzel.
Yeah.
You love it, brother. It's great.
It might not be an East Coast thing. I don't know, because I think even Zebra Cakes was kind of like.
I don't think it is.
Same thing with like Carl's Jr. is Hardee's.
Hardee's, yeah. Unless Wiener Schnitzel was just called something differently, but I would assume not.
I'm sure they have a hot dog place. A chili cheese dog chain somewhere.
Yeah, I never heard of it in my life, to be honest. Yeah. So Wiener Schnitzel, I guess, is just kind of like a little West Coast thing.
Good. Well, gatekeep.
But yeah, it was good. Awesome. So now at the time, obviously we were away for 2 weeks, and of course Jacob, Eddie, I would love to go ahead and find out from you both as well, like what you guys were up to. I know that we're talking about kind of what we started watching, whatever, and stuff. But I would like to know from you guys, like, how the holiday break was. Did you guys do anything fun? Did you guys do anything cool with your families? Did you guys go on any trips? Did you guys go ahead and kind of like, what did you guys do? Did you guys get anything cool for the holidays? Yeah. So we'd love to go ahead and find out, of course, from you guys. You guys, of course, are our friends. So, of course, we would love to go ahead and just kind of hear how you guys spent your break. And I don't know who wants to start first between Lexi and Zach, but who wants to go ahead and talk about what they were kind of up to this past 2 weeks?
I feel like I've been sprinkling it in as we've been talking, but I saw Sonic 3.
Oh, you did?
Go back to the movies. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
It was all right. I think it was better than Sonic 2.
Yeah.
It was cool. I went with my family a couple days after Christmas.
Have you seen all the Sonics?
Yeah, I've seen all 3 of them.
Would you say it's the best one or
I still think the first one.
first one?
Can't beat the original.
Well, the third one has Keanu, right?
I do love Keanu Reeves. It was a really good. Oh, and they hit the Akira slide on the bike. Ooh, no, it was really good. I don't think it was as good as the original. They are making a 4th one though.
They are?
Yeah, there's an end credit scene.
Ah, okay.
But they're introducing a character which I was not expecting. They're introducing, I think, 2 characters, which I was not expecting. But I'm pretty damn excited for.
Are they part of the Sonic world?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if they were doing like, you know how they kind of did the little collab stuff with, and it still hasn't come out, I don't think, but remember with Transformers, they did a little G.I. Joe little hint.
Yeah.
They're gonna do a collab, and then they still haven't done it, I don't think.
they
Yeah, they were
have.
like, actually, people didn't want this. No one asked for this.
Yeah, we got 2 new Sonic characters. One good, one bad.
Okay.
Okay, that's how Jacob's.
There goes. It was okay. I got
Oh, that's sick as fuck.
the purple and gold sword, and Shisui for Christmas, and a lost statue, and money, and my friend got me a big Ace wanted poster. Hell yeah.
Speaking of Ace,
Badass.
now that I've dyed my hair,
Uh-huh.
I've been looking
You
into
got casted for the
cosplaying
live action
Ace.
One Piece?
Hey, who knows?
Yeah, that's why I dyed my hair,
Yeah.
actually.
I actually got casted, guys.
He's like, all right, you know what? I'm going full meta. You guys shows your chest, and it's just a fucking
have
Yeah.
all the tats. Turn around, I have the white beard tat on my back. No, I'm gonna do a cosplay though. I think I'm gonna get
Okay.
I think I'm gonna try to see if I can get a custom temp tattoo of it. So like a 3-week, 4-week one.
Uh-huh.
That's
Just
perfect.
put that on my back. Get the ace. Put the ace there. And then the hat's like $230 on Etsy.
That's
and I saw a
crazy.
good one. Saw a good one for $230, and I was like, hey, it could be a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah, the repertoire, the closet isn't that difficult, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Now I've done the hard part. Now
Yeah.
I'm there. So
Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, I definitely see as I look over here, I'm like, I definitely see it. And no more Sabo. So you moved on to Ace.
I can switch. I can switch brothers.
Yeah, I can switch, though.
But yeah.
Sabo's always gonna be at my roots. Okay.
Yeah. The red chakra bead necklace too. Yeah.
Well,
Good. Well, I just got to my destination, Home Depot. All right, Eddie.
That's
Oh,
where you were
yeah.
driving
Have
to.
fun over at Home Depot, and
Get some
hopefully you get to keep it still in your ear or not. Maybe not, but yeah, very cool.
Have
nice.
fun.
So Sonic 3. Anything else?
There was the tat. I know some of the guys have seen it on Instagram.
Yeah.
Here's the best way to put this. Boom.
Bam, bam, bam.
Doesn't do it justice, but you know it's there.
Did anyone hear that? Did you hear that?
That was so funny.
I accidentally pressed the wrong button. I accidentally pressed the womp, 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 womp.
Wow.
I tried to turn it off real
I
quick.
heard the horn and I was already like done. Though.
I was like, did anyone hear that? I literally looked at the camera. I was like, ah.
Yeah, it's the Icarus tat. Yeah, I got that. Then
Zach
I
was
got my
hinting
hair.
at it. I believe the last time we were live.
Yeah, I was, and then I got it done.
Yeah, that's cool.
Gave it some time to heal. It's almost done healing. I'm putting a bunch of aloe.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. I'm done with stinking crawfish. No more. Fuck.
No
I can
more?
say it now because I don't work there. Fuck stinking crawfish.
There you go.
I'm done.
Wow.
We left on good terms. I just don't want to serve people no more.
Yeah.
I'm sick of smelling like seafood. Yeah, I had my first weekend without work. Slept the whole damn
Yeah.
time.
I
But
want
your
to
body was
ask
like,
you though.
finally.
Since you don't work there anymore, I might have driven by. I think we were. I remember I saw one,
Alondra and Paramount.
Oh my God,
Over
Zach.
Paramount.
I'm gonna DOS them. I don't work there.
It was over it, yeah. Oh shit, that was the one then. I remember I went to go ahead and drop off out over in Paramount, and then I was at a light. Next thing you know, I look over, I'm like, whoa, that literally says stinking crawfish. And I was like, I wonder if that is
The one that
The
Zach
legendary one. What day
that
of the
was
week
location.
was this?
Oh, this was a while ago. I was gonna go ahead and ask you about it. One of the last times we were live, but I didn't want to go ahead because
Well, now I know, so now we can talk
now
about it.
you're like, fuck it, whatever.
I'll drop the whole address. Beep this shit.
No,
Beep, beep, beep.
no.
Imagine.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that was the spot, man.
that's a pretty nice location right there. It's a busy
Honestly, yeah, it is.
busy
It's-
spot.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
I mean, Smoking Fire is always busy. Smoking Fire is bomb. Firefighters eat free there too.
Damn, is that a sandwich place or is that just like a barbecue?
It's like smoking grill. Just like they have fries, they have sandwiches,
yeah.
they have like rubs, they have carne asada fries, they have like just smoked meats.
Got it.
They have like a bunch of stuff. It's just pretty cool. It's all just basically just cooked in a smoker.
Well, glad to hear that you have your weekends available.
Oh my God.
Enjoy it.
So nice.
And
So nice.
yeah, you have to go ahead and kind of breathe a little bit.
I can go on my Sunday hikes now.
Yeah, you have time to go ahead and
Gonna
do
be so
things that
nice.
you enjoy. And yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I'm trying
So yeah, holidays
I
were
think-
good.
Holidays were good, yeah. Decent Christmas haul. More than I thought I was gonna get. My cousin, I got married in Cancun last year. Her husband was I was his Secret Santa, I guess, or he was my Secret Santa. And he gave me one bag, and I was like, oh fuck yeah, thanks. It was a little survival kit. I was like, fuck yeah, sick.
Cool.
And he was like, oh no, there's more. And he got like 2 more bags. He's like, I got you your whole Elster wish. And I was like, do you guys know what Elster is? It's like a Secret Santa website, so you can put like a wish list on there.
Oh, really?
I had like
Oh.
5 items. He was like, and they weren't a lot. They were all like cheap ones. He was like, I got you everything on your list, bro.
Damn.
He's like, Merry Christmas. You're awesome. My cousin talks very highly of you. And I was like,
Everything on your list
was like-
is crazy.
Yeah, I know.
there's
You
a lot
should
of,
have
like-
written down more.
Did somebody
I
else?
should've-
Did somebody else get pretty much everything
Well,
from their list?
Yeah.
Normally there's
I was going to talk about it.
there's like 2 like decent priced items, and then the rest of them are like smaller ones. Because I was in another one, so I guess some of them were already taken.
Hell yeah, we're still in Eddie's ear. Right on.
head.
Like a fancy, what looks like a
looks
fancy
like-
restaurant?
Zach, this looks like a fancy restaurant.
Like a seafood broil.
In your head.
Yeah, right on.
Throw the wood at him. Hit him with a plank.
Cool. And then so New Year's was cool.
To that old lady.
Trip that old lady.
New Year's was cool.
New Year's was good. Actually, no, New Year's was actually super cool. Thank you for reminding me. I'm fucking zoned out.
It's been a blur, man.
It's been a long blur. It's been a blur.
No, it was a long 2 weeks.
Yeah, New Year's. Fuck. I went to Fullerton with Casey. Casey was in town. We didn't sleep. We got back home around like 2. His girlfriend was here. We chilled at the park. She invited a friend over. We were just chilling in the park, talking. I wanted to see the sunrise. I was like, I'm not going to sleep. Y'all can go home. They wanted to hang out, so I didn't care. We went to Norm's. It's been a long time since I had a Norm's breakfast
Yeah.
at 4 in the morning.
Oh my God.
Oh, it was great. Hey, they run no matter
Iconic.
what. They run no matter what. They're a
Where
monument.
else are you going to end up at 4 a.m.? You're going to go to
They're a
Norm.
monument. Yeah, we went there, and then I drove up the 2. I don't know if you know where that is. Over like north past Pasadena by La Cañada. It's like if you were gonna go through the mountains to to Lancaster, Palmdale. There's a little peak at the top before this pass. That's where I was. I got a picture actually. I can show you, dude. The fog goes crazy. There's so much fog, and you can't even there's no other clouds in the sky. It's just fog.
Yeah, conspiracy theory is the artificial fog.
I've heard
Yeah, you guys hear about that artificial fog?
I heard a couple theories that it was bacterial.
Jesus. But that's the thing about living in SoCal. Your sunsets look so nice because of the pollution.
I know, yeah. We get
We're
much
so
color from
polluted.
it. The days we have fires, we're like, oh no,
it blends
the sun's
in.
gonna get so red.
Yeah, see, Jacob
Speaking
wants to go to
of-
Norm's.
There's
You-
a little bit of those going
Either
on.
that or Wiener
We
Schnitzel.
can go eat
No, I'm
stinking
kidding.
crawfish.
Yeah, or
I'd-
Wiener
I'd
Schnitzel.
rather get Wiener Schnitzel, to be honest.
Yeah.
Trust me, brother.
Yeah,
you're
with
not,
Woody
you're not
Harrelson.
gonna gain much from stinking crawfish.
That's funny. You
No,
could have
seriously.
seen Woody Harrelson at Wiener Schnitzel, and I swore I saw Jesse Eisenberg at the car wash.
Really?
I swore he was the guy that was. We took Luca's car for a car wash back in his hometown, in Utah, and we drive up, and they were like, Marco, Luca's brother.
Yeah,
No,
shout out to Marco. Marco's friend of the show.
Yeah, I hung out with Marco for a while. Anyways, he was saying that he was like, yeah, it looks like a Michael Cera lookalike, and I was like, no, that looks like Jesse Eisenberg. And Marco looks at him and goes, oh my God, is that him? It looked exactly like Jesse Eisenberg.
You're just like, Jesse.
Yeah.
Jesse.
No, a little piece of me was like, what if it is him? I was like, what if it is? It looked exactly like him.
Okay,
it
well,
looked
hold
just
on.
like him.
Jesse Eisenberg has different hairstyles. Was it the kind of really
It was curly. It was very
It was
curly.
a really curly look?
Yeah.
Then there's been times where he's had it kind of shorter or whatever the case is, so.
It's like the classic Jesse Eisenberg.
Social Network, Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, like Social Network Jesse Eisenberg.
Wow.
But he was there. He was the person that was like talking to Luca, being like, "Okay, what kind of wash do you want today? You want?" And the whole time, me and Marco are like, "Are you Jesse?" Like we're just staring at him like with our jaws on the floor.
Roll coming down.
I know. I'm like looking him up and everything, and I'm like, "Do I show him? Like you look? Do I tell him?" He
like,
How
looks
many
showing
times
the
have
phone,
you
you're like-
told you look like this man?
I was so close to being like, "Has anyone ever told you look like Jesse Eisenberg?" Because you look just
should've.
like him. I was so
Should've.
close, but then Luca already paid, and I was like, we're just here.
I'm sure he would have loved that.
We're just
That
here to
would've
get our
been
car
his day.
washed, man.
We're getting at the
Damn.
car wash.
So, anyways, how that was your New Year's? Fun?
Yeah, saw sunrise. Casey drove down. Thank God. I fell asleep when I hit park. I pulled my seatbelt. But
At least it's while you're in park.
yeah, no, it was cool because we got there before the sunrise, so we had like another 45 minutes. I knocked out. Casey woke me up when the sun came up. We watched sunrise, went down, went home, slept all fucking day, and then I wake up and he's like, "Let's go to the
It's that
museum."
New Year day, just
Literally.
sleep.
Yeah. I wake up to him calling me at 2 and he's like, "We're going to the Broad. We got cheap tickets. Yours is paid for. Let's go." You got 30 minutes. I was like,
Like, dang it, but it's paid for, so I gotta go.
I'm so glad I didn't drink much. I did not drink much that night. I didn't care. I was just trying to ride the night through. And then, we went to the Broad. That was pretty cool. It was my first time there. Saw the big table. Honestly, I thought it was going to be a
the
big
big
museum.
table.
Yeah. That's funny. There's a big table there. I'm not going to, there's some other things I saw, but I don't
Yeah,
wanna
but
talk
the
about
Broad
those on
just has the big
podcast.
table.
It has the big table. It has the air balloon dog.
Jacob's asking,
Yeah, that's what I think.
is
when I think
everyone
of
in
Broad.
Cali famous? Zach's famous, Lex famous. I think you are, AJ. Everybody,
We're not
I'll tell you this.
famous, bro.
Everybody
We're not
in
famous.
Cali,
Everyone in Cali has egos.
everybody thinks that they're on the brink of fame. Everybody thinks that they're famous.
Everyone in California
pursuing
thinks they're
fame.
famous because they live in Southern California.
Until you got millions in the bank account.
And everyone has an ego. So that's why I have an ego. You
I'm
have
not
to have an
famous,
ego.
no.
Live by the ego.
But we're
die
not.
by the ego. I'm a fiend for the cheese.
I live and die by the cheese.
Then
I'll fit in. Exactly, dude. He's like, oh, ego. That's all I need.
Yeah.
Like Blue Lock.
That's all I need.
You don't watch Blue Lock, huh?
No, but I want to.
Season 2's animation.
I've like flipped through the manga.
Oh yeah, you're probably more excited. No, season 2's animation, dog shit. Last episode.
Really?
Ding, 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 ding. Last episode, save them for sure.
Okay,
I think
good.
they're only going to do movies after
Because
this.
the manga illustration in the
Manga's
manga
fire.
is really good.
I'm
So
talking
if
about-
it's badly animated, then
Look,
that's
so the still images, the frames, fire. The animation, the movement,
Oh,
non-existent.
yeah. Okay, got it.
It's more like
So design-wise,
action, freeze
good,
frame,
but-
slide across screen. But the last episode, if that's what the movies are gonna look like through and through, killer.
Dang. Okay. Okay.
That last episode,
Maybe they figured it out.
Because I was gonna say after this, I'm just gonna read manga and not watch it. But if that's how the movies are gonna be, I'll watch them.
Maybe they figured it out.
I know. I understand it now.
I know. In the last episode, I get it.
Real quick, we got a message from a friend of the show.
Yeah. I've had it open, but I didn't know when to
Awesome.
slide it.
I just noticed it right now. Yeah, read it.
Okay. Bobby
Shout out Bobby. You
Shout out
guys know
Bobby.
Bobby.
Ooh.
said he sent this in pretty early on in the podcast. He sent a chat. Bobby, I hope you're okay with us reading this. He sent a chat saying, "Hi, Hey guys, hope the new year is good so far. Stuck
Yes.
at work currently, but wanted to share this before or during the stream. Which,
Yeah, hell
yes,
yeah. So we
thank
are
you,
already
Bobby.
shared.
And we
Retweeted.
we shared the message, and,
And
Bobby,
he-
thank you so much.
Sent in a post, and he provides context by saying, apparently they cut this content from the anime, but in the manga, the Jaw and female were supposed to take turns running. I don't think he meant to say Jaw there. We're supposed to take turns. Oh, that's the original plan. The Jaw and the female were supposed to take turns running into the wall while saving the power of the armored and colossal for the initial wall breach. But since Bobby says, since Marcel sorta, with a laughing emoji, Anniversary had to book it solo. Oh, yeah, he means, had to book it solo and had to get carried by, he said Anniversary. He meant to say Annie.
Mm-hmm.
Annie had to book it solo and had to get carried by Rhina afterwards. Just thought I'd say/share this cool page I follow that also shows cut content and other info.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So it's pretty cool. Pretty much it shows that like the plan is Annie is in her female form.
Yeah.
She does her call for a bunch
Call a
of
horde?
Yeah, calls the horde over, and then they're supposed to go after, and then her and the Jaw are supposed to go after, obviously chipping away at the wall.
Yeah.
But instead, in the manga, it has, obviously they yell, the horde's coming, and then she places down Bertold to do his thing, to do it. So this is in the manga.
A horde can be dangerous because that means that if any of those, pure or abnormals get a
Yeah. hold
hold of Bertold before he's able to transform, then
Then it's a game over.
Yeah. So this is in the actual manga. In the actual manga, Isayama canon, Annie calls the horde and then places down Bertold, and then Rhina is transformed. He is shielding him and Annie, and then Bertold is doing his thing.
so that's what happened then.
Yeah, that's what actually happens.
Wow, that's awesome.
So that's why
I
there
did
were
not
so
know
many.
that at all.
That's why there
Yeah,
were so many
there were
Titans.
so many Titans at the time. It makes sense.
The Moat Titan.
Yeah, 'cause the only other
Freddie
kind
Mercury Titan.
Yeah, gosh.
the only other
You
kind
say
of
your OGs?
conclusion you can come to is that somehow it's like, I don't know, maybe it was all just
Just
the
the
noise and the
commotion.
commotion exactly that
Yeah.
maybe brought the attention of. But Annie
That's really
bringing the
cool.
horde makes all the sense. Yeah.
Thank you,
Wow,
Bobby.
yeah, wow.
You've
Thank you.
enlightened
Hit that
us.
applause. Yeah.
You have enlightened us,
right.
Bobby. Thank you. Thank you.
And yes, the New Year's, the holidays have been treating us well.
Yes, very well.
yeah.
Thank you. I hope it's been great for
I
you.
want to go ahead
too,
and now
Bobby.
turn to Lex and talk about how the holidays were for her.
Also, since we're on the topic of viewers and chatters and stuff, we have another chat.
Uh huh.
Ooh, where is it? Oh, you know what? That's fine. I'll do it when we do the Q&A.
Okay.
But the other one I wanted to say is that Eddie DM'd me a while ago saying that I was in his dream.
oh,
We were
okay.
at like a kickback.
Oh, hell yeah. That's
Just
cool.
vibing.
He was like, it was cool, man. Like I'd be cool to hang out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But anyways, the original question.
What did you do
My
this holiday?
break was really nice. Since I'm a PE teacher, I get the same exact 2 weeks break that all the kids do, which is so nice. So with that break, I spent the holidays with my family, of course. New Year's Eve with my future in-laws, aka Zebra Cakes and her family, and then New Year's Day actually with them again, except they came over. Except they came over to our house and we karaoke'd
What do you mean Christmas?
a lot. Yeah, Christmas.
Yeah, you said New Year's.
Oh, did I say New Year's? I
Yeah.
meant Christmas. Christmas Eve, we did that. Christmas Day, they came
I was
over.
like, I didn't see you for New
Yeah,
Year's.
you're like, you were there? You're like, I was there. No, New Year's I was not in town. Yes, Christmas Eve went over to Zebra Cakes' family's place and celebrated there. And then Christmas Day, they came over, did a lot of karaoke, lots of food, of course, lots of fun. It was really cool. It was really cool. I did not have a voice.
Someone else could have come. I'm kidding.
I know. Someone else was invited too, but
no,
didn't
I'm
come.
kidding, I'm kidding, bro.
No, it's fine. It's just funny.
Spoil the surprise.
And then the day after Christmas, I flew out, got my Xbox, and then I flew out. Important.
detail.
I got my Xbox,
The highlight
and then
of the break.
I flew out. Also for Christmas, it was beautiful. It was amazing. It's great. And
What But they lost.
I must have been a really good girl this year because I got pretty much everything on my list.
Oh, that's it.
And I did not hold back on my list this year. I pretty much got everything.
Yeah,
and
must have been good, I guess.
One of them is right in front of us right now.
Yeah.
I got a massage table, guys.
A massage table.
A full-on
Crazy.
stretching table. So make your tattoo appointments. Make your stretching appointments. I'm kidding.
Oh, God.
I charge.
When you're
I have a certification in stretching. Anyways, yeah, flew out to Vegas. Got picked up by Luca, and no one in long distance relationships talks about how weird it is when you see them for the first time. Like I was like nervous. Tell me why when the plane landed, I was grabbing out my mirror and doing my lashes, making sure I looked cute. This man has seen me in like my hair fully up night routine, snot coming out of my nose. And I'm like, what if my lash isn't long enough? Why was I nervous? And then like the first 2.5 hours we're together, it feels so awkward.
Really?
We were like so nervous around each other, but also like very comfortable.
Yeah.
But you could just tell. And then I think it was like a day or two later, I asked Luca, I was like, did you also feel really awkward? Like when we first hung out? He was like, yes. He was like, yes, I also felt it. And I was like, were you also like nervous? He was like, yes. I was like, okay, cool.
Zebra Case has a reason for you.
I have a fat crush on Luca. I can't even believe that I get to call him my boyfriend. Anyways, yeah, and then we went to, the reason why I flew out there was not only just to see him because we were on our breaks, but went over to my dear friend Pretty. She's been on the chat before. Yes. And Pretty is one of my really close friends. Her boyfriend is Luca's really close friend. So we went on basically like a couples trip. We went to central Utah, like Vail, right? It's pretty near Zion, only like 30 minutes away from St. George. It was super cool. It was just us in that beautiful cabin. Oh my gosh, I miss breathing in clean, crisp air and looking up and seeing stars. Like, oh my God.
It's underrated, man.
I mean, as someone who was born and raised in the same house I'm living in now, I haven't gotten out all that much. And I get so used to living in the polluted. I mean, I'm obviously extremely grateful to be living where I'm living, but it's just it's just so different when you go somewhere else, like different atmosphere and climate, and you're like, oh my God. Like, I didn't realize how rude people are in California until I spent like a week in Utah. I was like, oh my God. Like, I was like expecting full on for like Mormons to attack me for like dressing the way I was dressing or looking the way I look. But instead I had like the sweetest old ladies like talking about like just sharing random fun like old lady lore with me. I'm like, cool. I was like telling Luca, I was like, babe, the people here are so friendly. He's like, yeah, it's Utah. And I was like, dude, people actually like let me in when I'm driving. I'm like, yeah, it's Utah. You're not in California anymore, babe. And it's really cool.
So you should go to Jersey.
You should go to Jersey.
And then
oh God,
says it could be worse. You could be living in China.
You could no, I could be living in North Korea.
Yeah. You know, the feeling you just mentioned right now is also another reason why I'm very excited about mine.
Oh yeah.
Texas trip.
Yours is gonna be so fun.
Hey, I felt some of the stuff same way about Japan.
Yeah. You're not gonna want to come back.
So again, Japan is on mine and Zebra Cake's like our bucket list, and we can't wait until we.
Same thing with Luca and I and his cousins.
And you know, that's something we're of course gonna have to go ahead and plan down the line for sure, because you know we have to do that. But right now we're focused over on London, and we're both excited about it. I know that she's like looking at all these different things to do, and I'm just I feel so just lucky, you know. And
yeah,
you talked about having a fat crush. Well, I have a fat crush on Zebra Cakes.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm so excited, and I can't wait to go ahead and like you literally just said, like just get away from California.
Yeah, just like experience.
Yeah.
Not to sound like a Kardashian or anything, but like just experience.
Yeah.
Everyone's so mean here.
Honestly, yeah, I didn't realize it until I like went somewhere else for a while.
Zebra says we're gonna have the best teeth in London.
Oh no, for real. No, for real. You
yeah,
will.
no, you probably will.
Oh man.
You know,
I mean the best real teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna see some veneers out
Hey,
there.
I'm telling you, when I said I almost didn't want to come back from Japan, I almost didn't want to come back from Japan. Just 'cause it was so much nicer
seriously.
there. I felt more welcome there than I do from my fellow Americans here.
Yeah, I loved being out in that cabin for that reason for sure. And also just like a nice change, is nice. Not to say that I want to live out there or anything, but like just having a change of atmosphere is always so nice. It always feels so good, especially when it's somewhere with clean air. And so we were there for a while. Literally was so busy, but in a good busy. Like we were nonstop doing stuff. Like we really made the most out of our 3 nights there. Well, 4 days, but 3 nights there in the cabin. Our first time even driving over there. First time even driving up to our driveway. So this is the street. Our driveway is right here, little bit in front. There's deer crossing. First thing we see when we pull
that's
up
a good
is
one.
deer crossing.
So driving during the day?
Yeah, we drove there during the day.
How
At
was it
night,
during
you
the night?
cannot see anything.
I was gonna say, can you
we
imagine
avoided
driving
driving at
during
night.
night? 'Cause
We
that's
only
a
had to do
mistake.
it once.
It's not the mistake, but that's unfortunately that's when me and Zebra Cakes went ahead as we traveled over to kind of Joshua Tree. We got in late at night, and that was an experience.
Yeah, we really avoided driving at night at all, which we pretty much did except for the first night we were there, because you guys heard my throat noise, because the closest thing to us grocery wise was a half Dollar Tree, half Family Dollar.
Okay.
That was one building.
Snacks for
And
days.
what else was nearby? A pizza shop, a pie shop, and a gas station. That was it. That's all that was near us until you drove like maybe 30 more minutes, 40 more minutes, and then there's city. Then you could actually go grocery shopping. But yeah, we drove down there at night, which is only like 12 minutes away. You just go down the hill. But yeah, with all of the every time we drove by a watch for deer sign. We were all none of us were on our phones. High beams were on. We were all looking out the windows already because we saw deer earlier that day. We don't want to kill any of them. But it was so much fun. We played a 2-day long game of Monopoly.
Damn.
Because we were getting tired and we were playing it one night and we were like, okay, let's just leave this in the basement. No one else has any reason to come into the basement. Just leave it here and we'll come back to it again tomorrow night. And we did.
There was no scandalous cheating.
There was no, because we took a photo of it. We were being very serious. We were taking it very serious. But also we were not playing real Monopoly. The Monopoly we were playing, we should not have been bargaining what we were bargaining. At one point, Luca gave me $20 because I promised him a back massage. He was like, sure. I was like, thanks. And that was it. The other things we were bargaining was I'll give you 50% off of rent in this block if you sell me the things that we were bargaining should not have been bargained. But so much fun. What else? Oh my gosh, my favorite thing that we did, we went on a horseback riding tour through the mountains near Zion.
Well, there's Zebra Cake talk about ponies in the mountains.
Yeah.
Wild ponies. So you got to go ahead and ride some horses through the mountains.
Yes, we did. It was so cool. I see why horse girls are a thing. You know what? They give me a back massage every night. You had to give him $20 Monopoly dollars for it. But yeah, I see why horse girls are a thing. Sorry for dogging on all those horse girls, but the moment I got on that horse and I felt so connected with my girl Ify, that was my horse's
They're
name.
gonna become what do they call them, equestrian or something like that?
Yeah, equestrians. I was the only one that wore a helmet because I'm the only one with
Yeah, you
brain
should
injuries.
wear a helmet.
Yeah.
But the helmet was cute. It was purple. I looked very equestrian. It was so pretty. Oh my gosh. I just need to show you guys a quick video.
Did you feel so in sync like Avatar when they tie their ponytails?
That's literally what
together?
me and my friend Pretty were talking about. We're like, we're gonna braid our hair together. My horse's name was Ify, and the horse that Luca was riding name was Mr. Pizarro. And we didn't find out until we were already riding.
Mr.
They're an item. My horse and Luca's horse. Supposedly, he's obsessed with her. She eats from the trough, he eats from the trough. She goes over there, he goes over there. He purposely stands in the way so that horses don't get near her.
He protected.
And literally Mr. Pizarro. And the moment that my horse stopped to pee, his horse stopped to pee. I was like, all right, guys, my
They
horse,
do everything.
my horse
together.
pooped, his horse pooped.
Right.
I was like, oh, babe, they're so cute. She's the boss of that relationship. Okay, this was the
So
horses.
cute. He's just running around swinging his tail, chasing her.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. This is moments before I dropped my phone.
In typical Lex fashion.
Yeah.
Damn, that's cool.
So
It looks like Breaking
pretty.
Bad.
It was so peaceful. Yeah, there's me in my helmet.
Sick.
Oh my gosh, I loved it. I need to ride another horse. I loved it. It was so cool. Luca was not having that much fun because the way he sat down, you know when you first go to sit in the
Yes.
stirrups
Yes.
and then your feet are already in it
Yeah.
and everything.
Not fun.
Luca's legs are a little longer than the average man. So
Yeah, that video looked like his freaking feet were dragging on the dirt.
Yeah, his feet
Yeah.
are dragging on the ground. No, his legs aren't that long, but
tall
you
is
know
that
how you
horse?
have to sit on.
Hey,
a,
it's a pony, bro.
yeah,
Big pony.
it was a little.
When you got a freaking
Give him a
like
donkey.
6'6" dude riding a pony.
Yeah, they couldn't really give him a stallion,
Oh my goodness.
but the way that he was sitting, you know, obviously you need to have
I was
your feet
gonna bring
out.
that up, baby. I
No.
literally was. I was thinking the same thing
Gotta-
too. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, Lexi's right now in love with the horses, but we just watched the documentary. It's the Christopher Reeves one, the Superman one, and
Do I want to know what that's about?
Why are you guys talking about that in relation to horses?
well, it's because Superman, Mr. Christopher Reeves, he also fell in love with horses, and he started doing competitions, and then just a casual day where he went to go ahead and do some, training.
They love
and,
McNuggets. Okay.
He went ahead and him and his young daughter, they were gonna go ahead and train out over in the open field, and
Mm-hmm.
I guess he ended up having a bad accident. They said the accident is like if you turn your head one way to the left, he landed on his head, and he said would have been done.
Yeah,
right?
like severed his.
But then he
Spinal
moved his head
cord.
over to the right. He would have just got up from an embarrassing kind of fall, but instead, I guess he just kind of like, I don't know, he maybe kept his head centered. Anyways,
Yeah.
what ended up happening is he became paralyzed from like the neck down. And that was Superman, like that. People
Oh my
saw him as this
God.
kind of like symbol of
Yeah.
beacon of hope, and part of that documentary
optimal
is,
man.
is like showing people, just like fans, just people like reacting to seeing him out, in kind of public and stuff, and yeah, I mean, it's an unfortunate thing, but it was just an accident that happened. But he tried to live
Yeah.
his life to the fullest still after that.
Horse competing is like serious.
Yeah, and so it was something.
Horses
where,
are freaking powerful, man.
when you're talking about horses, it definitely came to mind because we just watched that last night.
Yeah, it's fresh on the noggin.
Yeah.
I realize how powerful horses are because there were some hills that we had to either go up or go down. And, obviously we had a tour guide with us. He was at the very front. I was right behind him. And then Luca, pretty Chase. It's funny. What Chase was wearing, he looked like a GTA character modded into Red Dead. Like what he was wearing should not have been on a horse. He was wearing like a black hoodie with a gold chain cross with his beanie on. I was like, bro, you literally look like a GTA character like modded into Red Dead. But anyways, the tour guide was saying like, hey, when you're going downhill, like lean back, kick your feet out, like kick your feet up. It's less weight on the horse. And you are also like weighted. Like you're also not gonna fall over, or like when the horse is kicking up, it's freaking hard when the horse is climbing up the hill and you're trying to like not die, and the horse is literally pushing. Like it's crazy. You could feel the strength of the horse's legs as it kicks off to like get higher. So like I felt like I looked so dumb. Like I literally was on the horse and I was like. Like every time it went up the hill, I was like, okay. Yo, horse riding gave me a thigh gap. No, literally. But yeah, Luca was extremely miserable. His knees were killing him. It was super cold, so that was even worse. Because we went purposely at around sunset to go see it. That was probably my favorite part of the trip.
That was your favorite part, and it was Luca's like.
Yeah. And Luca was like,
Ball buster for
That's
him.
the only thing that sucked for him is that he was just like could barely walk
Uncomfy,
after. Yeah.
You freeze up like that if you're sitting there for a while. Yeah.
Did some thrifting, of course. Got a really cool leather jacket. And then celebrated. Oh yeah, so I celebrated my birthday out there. Yay! I'm 24 now, getting old. But
Welcome to the club.
yeah, I keep telling Luca, I'm like, babe, I'm mid-20s. He's like, not yet. And I was like, babe, I'm mid-20s.
I'm freaking out about it right now.
Yeah, it's weird.
I'm like,
You're like 22.
Like,
you got
wish-
some time.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I wish I was back over my mid-20s.
It's just weird. Anyways,
I don't. My mid-20s, I feel like I just wasn't mentally.
there.
Yeah.
I'm like waiting to feel my frontal lobe develop. Zebra Cake's me at 25. I'm mid-20s. Sorry, I'm giving everyone like a midlife. I'm giving everyone a
Midlife
crisis
crisis.
right
Hey,
now.
midlife, I hope not.
You know, midlife.
Like, oh shit.
Like, how much time do I have left?
I better start pursuing my dreams.
I know. But yeah, it was so cool. Spent my birthday out there. Got me a little cake. And then, of course, avoided a lot of. I killed a lot of bugs. There was a lot of bugs.
I'm sure.
A lot of cobwebs had to be dusted up. And then for New Year's, I was in Vegas with Luca and his family. And I will say that his dad has some money.
Cha-ching.
Yeah, his dad he's worked hard in his career and he's built his way up there. And I stayed in his bachelor pad with Luca and Marco, the three amigos playing Marvel Rivals together and Fortnite Jam Tracks.
Fortnite Jam Track.
And yeah, I just felt like rich, like I didn't belong. So I spent the morning that we left the cabin. It's funny. I woke up with a fever that morning and threw up, but I threw up because I took like zinc and stuff, thinking it would help me, but I didn't eat anything yet. So I just took medicine on an empty stomach or vitamins on an empty stomach and threw up. So then we're driving down, have brunch with Luca's mom, drive down to Vegas, and then nap for like an hour. And we're with Luca's dad. And then he's like, oh, by the way, I'm taking you guys out to dinner. And then we're going to this show tonight to surprise. And I was like, okay, what do I wear? And he was like, just, like jeans and a t-shirt. Like, you'll be fine. I was like, okay.
Like, I have money. You'll be
He took
fine.
us to Fogo de Chao, which is a pretty nice Brazilian all-you-can-eat barbecue place. I ate so much meat.
It's pretty good.
People are just constantly coming up to you going, more?
Isn't there
Like,
something where you place, like, you flip something?
Yeah, there's one that says yes, please, and no, thank you.
Yeah.
And I just kept being like, well, I want to try them all. But, like, I want to at least try all the meat.
Yeah.
It was so good. Oh, my God. It was amazing. And then going to the show afterwards or driving over, I find out at dinner that we are going to the Sphere.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, huh?
So, a show over at the Sphere. Wow.
And Luca's
For
dad is
anybody
just
that
like,
doesn't
yeah, I
know what
bought
the
you guys your
Sphere
tickets. We're going to go to the
is,
Sphere.
Jacob, if you don't know what the Sphere is, do me a favor. Go ahead and look it up. Over on your phone, type in
That's so cool.
Las
The
Vegas Sphere.
What
Yeah, that thing
show?
is
And
crazy.
What show?
Whatever
And he
you
wasn't
see,
telling us what we were seeing.
That is just the outside of it.
Yeah.
Imagine what it would be like on the inside.
So
of the
I was like
Sphere.
low key nervous. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to get motion sick. Like, oh my Lord. And
Oh yeah, I saw One
yeah,
Piece
there
on it.
was
Yep,
One Piece on
definitely.
it.
First
Yeah.
animated be on
Not
the
when I was
Sphere.
in it, but yeah. So
Imagine watching One Piece on a fucking Sphere.
I know. That's what we kept making jokes about. We're like, can I plug my Xbox into the Sphere? Can I game in the
Yo.
Sphere?
That would be fucking
If you're rich enough, I
nuts.
feel like you can do it.
Just rent it out.
It's
Mr. Beast
spherical.
rented out the Allegiant Stadium.
Oh my god.
There's always a price. So, anyways, Luca and I. So it's me, Luca, Marco, Luca's dad, Luca's
I
uncle.
like how you did that. Like you're literally in rhythm with the song. It's like
Yeah, me, Luca,
dun,
Marco,
dun.
his dad, his uncle, and his uncle's son, his cousin, Dresden. Yeah, so it's us. Yeah, so it's
Awesome.
it's just us. Six. It's just us six. So we were like, what are we seeing? Like we looked over. Me and Luca literally heard the Sphere. We were like, what? We
Yeah,
look over at
we're
Marco, and Marco goes, oh, I thought you knew. We're like, you
He's
idiot!
been in on it. He's been in
You
on
were the
it.
one that's supposed to tell us. I would have worn something cuter if I knew we were going to the Sphere. I was just wearing jeans and a black long sleeve. I looked like The Rock. No one told me we were going to the Sphere. I didn't pack for that. I only packed layers for the cabin. So we go to the Sphere. Everyone is so decked out in such cute clothes. Oh my God, I felt like, this isn't the real me, guys,
like a
I swear.
peasant?
I felt like a peasant. There were people in there were like pimps in floor length,
I'm sure you're in
leopard print,
Vegas.
like furry jackets.
Damn.
With bling
All for
on.
the Sphere, huh?
A fedora tipped over. I'm like, oh my God. I'm seeing everyone in their rollies. I'm like, Jesus Christ. But there's a lot of fur. There's a lot of fur there and a lot of like half naked women. I was like, what's going on?
Pimp and freaking rollies. Where the hell are you sitting?
This is just in the lobby area by the bar
My
before you
God.
actually go in to the Sphere. This is just the lobby area. They also have a sensory room. I checked that out. It's for kids, but I went in there.
Athletic thermalwear.
Yeah.
Pop it in Sphere.
Yeah. No, literally. I was in. So anyways, we go in. We're like, what is this? And we figure out it's an EDM concert.
Oh, shit. The concert?
Yeah, it's an EDM concert. And I was like, oh my God, these visuals are
So
about
it's
to
a
go
rave.
insane. Yeah, it's a rave. So that's why everyone was like wearing fur and like totally decked out. Duh, it's a rave.
Okay.
I was like, dang it, dude.
So were you okay with experiencing that?
Yeah, I wore my concert earplugs. Of course, I
Okay.
brought my earplugs with me. Never go without. Popped some, which is funny because I threw up and had a fever that morning.
Yeah.
Now I'm at the Sphere. So I was like, what is happening?
What a weird change of events.
I know. I literally was like looking at Luca. I was like, if you told me this morning that I'd be in the Sphere, like if you told me while I was
Did he
puking-
know?
No.
Oh.
He didn't know either. He was just like, yeah, my dad said he's going to take us to dinner and has like we're going to go see a show in Vegas. And I thought he was going to take us to like maybe like a cute little Cirque du Soleil moment or something. I was like, ooh, fun.
Like, ooh, Blue Man Group.
I know. I was like,
It's
maybe
the
we'll see a
Magic
magician. Fun. No, we were in the Sphere, and it
Penn
was
Teller.
this artist named Anima. And Zach, I'm sorry, I cannot answer you right now. But not you.
I was like, okay.
But so
I've heard of Anima. I've heard a lot of good things.
yeah, supposedly me and Luca have a mutual friend who is very into EDM and stuff and always plays EDM all the time anytime we're in his car. And Luca FaceTimed him in the middle of the concert and like showed, and our friend was like, no way, oh my God, I'm gonna cry, no way. So he loves this guy, and apparently this guy never performs in North America. He only performs in South America and in Europe.
Wow.
Sphere.
And he was just in the Sphere with his big old robot AI visuals. But I will say where we were seated was probably the worst seats in the house.
Really?
Yeah, because there's general admission, the floor, right? And then so half of the Sphere is seating, the other half of the Sphere is all the show. So this half, so it's all general admission, whatever goes up. Then there's a level here that comes out. That's where we're seated. Then there's another level above it. And that's where it's better. So
you're
we
stuck.
couldn't see the ceiling of the Sphere. But, oh my God, it was so cool. I got to find it. Hold on. I got to show you guys. I took so many videos.
The Sphere.
Hold on. I have better videos, I swear.
The Sphere. Yeah, you can't see the top of it.
Can't just look like a TV. But this is like all over the walls.
Doonch, doonch. So who was the artist?
Anyway,
Oh, I get what you're saying. Oh, that's sick though.
but I was like, oh my God, like that's so cool. Me and Luca have been talking about it probably every day since it happened. And I was having a blast. I was up dancing. No one was really dancing with me. Lame. But I was dancing and everyone else around us was dancing. I was having a great old time. And we didn't realize that we were going to be there for 4 hours though.
Oh, damn.
Damn near
Wow.
5 hours. Because we were like, okay, yeah, so there's openers. And then it was still opening. And then there was another opener.
So the openers were probably
And they were
also
still
legit,
opening.
right?
Yeah, the openers are also really cool. They're DJs. They didn't really have that many visuals as much. It was kind of just like one visual, kind of just static on there the whole time. Maybe a little bit of like, you know, whooshing, but that was about it. Nothing as intricate as Anima, what he did. That was really, really cool. I could
Did he
like
make that animation
feel-
himself?
I think so, because those are the animations that he uses for a lot of his own stuff a lot. And it looks like it's computer generated. It doesn't even look like it's made with AI. I was looking too. I was looking. Some of it could have been. But Steve Aoki? No. And then then the main guy comes out. The main guy, by the way, they opened by these two robots on these big stands, like big robot arms playing the cello. That's how the main act opened, and it was so cool.
That's pretty dope.
It was so cool. And the main guy, Anima, he is in this tall, he's like 80 feet above everyone, but still like, he's like dwarfed compared to the size of the sphere. And he has a DJ table on this side and a DJ table on this side. So he's going between this one and this one. And he's got these like really thick glowing wires that go through and they like light up and like shoot through lights and everything. And it was super cool. And he had to have felt like the main character. So we're watching, we're like, yeah, Act 1, the rise of Genesis. Cool. Okay, Act 2, the fall of Genesis. All right, Act 3, the end of Genesis. Cool, I'm ready to go home. It's getting late. Oh, there's an Act 4. There's no end to Genesis. There's a rebirth. Okay, now we're done. Oh my God, it went on for so long. We were there for 4.5 hours, but I still had a lot of fun. I'm glad I had my earphones and it was really cool. New Year's Eve was really cool. Luca's dad's backyard is pretty much the golf course of the country club he lives in. So we just went out to the golf course super close to the strip. You can literally see the stratosphere like perfectly from where we're at. So you could just see all the fireworks on New Year's. It was so cool. We just went out with the fireworks, took photos. And then, yeah, kind of just like loafed for a while, went to an arcade, gamed a lot, went hot tubbing at Luca's mom's house.
Sick.
But yeah, the highlight of most shocking value is definitely the sphere. It was so, if you told me while I was throwing up that morning that I would be at the sphere that night, seeing at a rave, I would not have believed you. That was the longest day of my life, but I loved it.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
Anyways, your turn.
How have your holidays been?
Your
on
hour.
a beautiful, majestic coast?
The holidays were amazing.
Been a while, guys. We have a lot to say.
I know.
Very similar to what Lexi mentioned, and really those were my highlights of the holiday. Was just getting all of our families together. Christmas Eve and Christmas Day were very special. For me, I remember growing up, you kind of get all the cousins around, you kind of get, all the uncles around and stuff, and get the grandparents around and stuff. And you just kind of remember these holidays, celebrating them with, a lot of family and stuff. And so to go ahead and to be over, at Zebra Cakes' family's place and having our family all there, and then there were others there too and stuff, and it was just like something that was really, really nice. Zebra Cakes' grandma and Zebra Cakes' uncle were visiting, and so I got to go ahead and meet them, and they're both just really just good people, and it was just so nice to just take in the holiday season with people that you really care about.
Yeah.
And again, same thing happened over on Christmas Day. It was so nice, and there was indeed karaoke. And I when I tell you this, it was special. Everybody sang. Literally, everybody sang.
Oh, that's awesome.
And at points, there were all of us singing like in unison together. There was points where, like somebody was singing and people were actually dancing, and it was just really good vibes. Oh my gosh. Good food. I mean, just Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, just good food. Shout out Christmas Eve to Zebra Cakes' grandma, and then shout out to Zebra Cakes as well, and then shout out Christmas Day to Mom.
Yeah.
Everything was just amazing.
Mom was on it. I was like low-key worried on Christmas Day. I was like, I remember at one point I went up to Dad and I was like, I keep asking Mom if she needs help, and I just want her to sit down and eat.
Yeah.
Like, sit down and eat something,
Mom
woman.
was an incredible host. And
I remember when everyone was served, I was like, Mom, where's your food? She was like, I haven't eaten yet. I was like, Mom,
yeah, I know.
eat. She's like, I'm making sure everyone else has food. I was like,
Yeah.
Mother, sit down.
But the holidays was just so beautiful, and it was nice just to go ahead and have that break as well. Shout out to my boss who gave us the entire week off, and
Shout out.
and it was just nice to go ahead and just kind of have that time just to really just be home and rot with with zebra cakes, and like we're just had opportunities to go ahead and binge shows. We literally, when I say we binged Squid Games, we did it all in one day.
Oh, damn.
When we binged Penguin, all in one day. So literally it was like we binged
Is that
Squid
why
Game.
you were like, have you guys been binging anything? And we were like, not really.
But then like
How
the
many
next
episodes is
day,
Penguin.
Penguin, like I said, is probably around 7 or 8. So it's something that we did.
It's because it's so windy.
Um,
The bushes are probably
Has
rubbing up
been
against.
crazy windy today.
it's
There was
super
an
windy
Amber
out over in
Alert earlier.
California. Yeah, there's
Shit.
crazy fires happening right now.
there's
So
fires happening,
just
like, near the
prayers over to
border.
everybody that has to evacuate their homes and everybody that lost their homes. Scary stuff. But
This is nowhere near to the same level, but yeah, like for PE today.
Zebra Cake said that Mom, and this was when you were away, but it says Mom introduced Zebra
Sope?
Cakes to Sope, and it's so Sope is obviously it's kind of like a little flat type of little kind of like it's not like a tortilla, but
it's like a little bowl-ish dish, but it's like made out of the same like tortilla, like corn, but it's like softer.
Yeah, so what it is
And you
is
just
you
pack it
have
with
like
your
you have
stuff.
like this kind of like corn little bowl, then you go out
It's
there.
kind of
and you
shaped like a cute coaster.
and then you go ahead and you kind of just like put some
Meat,
beans on
beans,
there, put
cheese.
some meat,
Mexican stuff. I don't know.
some cheese, and there was
food.
chopped up tomato, and then there was also some lettuce, and then Mom made some incredible salsa and everything. And,
My little Mexican frisbee,
Yeah.
literally.
yeah, and then Mom also made like these
Like
really
tiny
quick
pizza, tiny Mexican
enchiladas.
pizzas.
And those things, it was just amazing, and so the break was just nice. It was really just refreshing, and one thing you talked about how just being able to go ahead and kind of escape, and you mentioned about not necessarily like I don't mean by like just like wanting to live there, but one thing I was thinking of was just it was nice to go ahead and have like
Change of
like a
scenery.
reset.
Yeah.
Just kind of go ahead and
Definitely.
kind of get like a moment of reset and just kind of like a cleanse, whether it's like just being kind of like lazy and just
Yeah.
it was
Just
nice,
being.
and yeah, New Year's Eve, I was over with Zebra Cakes and her family, and New Year's Eve was really nice and chill, and then New Year's Day, me and Zebra Cakes went to go ahead and see Mom and Dad. We were just over there, and we dusted off the Wii. The Wii needed a couple things, so I was like, okay, so I went ahead and I bought some little HDMI stuff and whatnot, and it's got the Wii to work again, and so we started playing some of the Wii Sports, Wii Resort, and all that, and then
That's like
we
the first thing
saw-
that Mom and Dad like turned on when me and Luca finally got home.
Yeah?
Because we drove from Vegas home.
Uh-huh.
We get home and they're like, so you guys ready to dance or?
Yeah.
And we bowled and played tennis and
so many Just Dance games,
basketball.
like all of those throwbacks and stuff. It's funny when we went to go
So
ahead and play
cool.
Just Dance. It didn't matter which game we went and put in. We looked at all the high scores, like Lexi, like a couple Marissas. Mom had a few, and then there's Lexi. I maybe had like one or whatever in there. But yeah, it was nice. So
Just
it
Dance was our
cool.
thing. Every Christmas we would always get the new one.
Mm-hmm.
And what's funny is that I told Luca that you guys whipped out the Just Dance and everything because I was getting videos, and right before we drove or when we were driving out, I was telling Luca and I was like, get ready, babe, because we're going to be dancing. Okay. We're going to be dancing. And he was like, that's fine. I'm bringing my Switch and I have Just Dance 2024 and 2025. I was like, okay, babe.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Came prepped.
Yeah.
Research.
He came prepared.
Yeah, so that was cool, and then it was really nice playing the the Wii Resort, you know, just kind of playing like the bowling and stuff like that, and kind of I remember we would for like during quarantine we would go ahead and like do like cosmic bowling, you know, get dad's like DJ disco lights.
Yeah, just have the disco lights going,
just
play
have like
music.
the speaker going with music, and
But we're just playing Wii bowling.
yeah.
But you know what? We be curving it and everything like it's
That's what I
there's
like.
skill.
So the Wii Sports, it's still fun, but we noticed that Wii Resort,
curve is
you
not
have
as
more control
sensitive.
over how you want to curve and whatnot and stuff. So I'm guessing it just kind of senses the sensor does a better job of really kind of, you know,
In the
just
newer
gauging
ones.
movements.
It's when you rotate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But it was fun, yeah. And the break was nice. Again, just kind of being able to go ahead and kind of reset and get some kind of just like much needed rest and then a break and stuff. And yeah. And then, like I said, the highlight was just the quality family time. Like I love those moments. I cherish those moments. And yeah, it was just so much fun. Yeah.
Oh,
So, but it feels good to be back over in the podcast. I know, as I said, that I will not be here next week, and we'll take a break and be back the following week. But it feels nice to be back here. It feels nice to go ahead and kind of just, you know, chat with you guys live. It feels nice to go ahead and have, you know, like Zach and Lex over in the room and stuff and all that. And yeah, so it's cool. And again, I hope that you guys really enjoyed the holiday season, enjoyed the break or any breaks you guys had, and enjoyed New Year's, because we're kicking off 2025. And again, I hope you guys you know, really try to go ahead and be the best versions of yourself this year, whatever aspirations that is, whatever hobbies you're looking to pursue or do, whatever it is. Let this be the year where we go ahead and continue to push to just accomplish things, push to go ahead and better ourselves, and push to go ahead and kind of just be the best person that we can be, if not just for ourselves, but also for the people around us. You know, we all need kind of a support team, and you know, that's the beauty of it, is that like you can go ahead and be there for someone in any kind of capacity, whatever it is they need it. And that's kind of it's a beautiful thing to kind of be there to help people. But all this in saying that, let's make 2025 a beautiful year to go ahead and remember. Obviously 2025, it's like started off not on a not so good note in terms of kind of like with what's happening kind of out there, if you guys happen to watch any of the news and stuff, you know, but we still got ourselves freaking
Going
full on,
strong.
yeah, you know, we got a lot to go ahead.
I probably heard that explosion and thought it was a firework,
Yeah, honestly.
yeah,
because we were not too far from that tower.
LA's been nothing but fireworks since your birthday, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
But anyways, again, thankful that you know, we have some of our friends joining us live, and we do have a Q&A.
We do.
We have a Q&A,
and we have a chat about the Q&A as well.
We have a chat about the Q&A, which is cool. So at this time, we'll go ahead and we'll do the Q&A, and then we have a small portion of this episode to go ahead and focus on, and yeah, and then we'll go from there. All right.
All right, cool. Going off of the... What is going on here? Okay, I'm just going to go into archive. We asked all of you, at least all of you following our Instagram, and if you're not, what are you doing? Follow us at Attack the Talk Podcast on Instagram, please. Bless you. Zach's allergic to you guys who don't follow.
I know. The follow button or I'll sneeze again.
But for funsies...
I think they hit it.
Oh, they must have hit it.
They must have hit
Good
it.
job, guys. Just for funsies, we decided to ask you guys, who are you trying to embody for 2025? And Happy New Year. New Year, new me.
Yep.
So who are you trying to embody for 2025? We have technically 3 responses. First, from Bobby. Hi, Bobby.
Shout out,
Hello
Bobby.
again. Hopefully a successful version of my future self, to be honest. Yeah, that's true. I like that. I like that you're not like, I want to be this other person. Like, I want to be me, but better. But I still want to be me. Very good, Bobby. Very good.
Yeah, hopefully you're able to go ahead and continue to push towards whatever success you're looking to accomplish. But
Bobby's been doing some
Bobby,
things.
also understand that with any success or anything you're trying to accomplish, sometimes it just takes a lot of work and effort and a lot of patience. So just keep that in mind. But I love that you're pushing towards chasing success.
Yeah, very good, Bobby. I love that. That was
Shout out to
Bobby7 on Instagram.
Bobby's
Thank you, Bobby.
very, very loyal Q&A responder. So thank you for that. For just always responding, Bobby.
Next we have from Jacob. Jacob says him energy.
Yeah, you know what? Jacob's another very loyal Q&A responder, and just keeping you, man. We've talked about before, in the past, just how supportive and loyal you are, and what you mean to us over in the podcast, and just bring out that same energy. One thing that Lexi literally mentioned in regards to Bobby's response is, it's just trying to be just a more successful version of himself, but he's still trying to be himself. Like, just keep being you, man. Don't try to go ahead and be somebody that you're not and all that. Again, just be you, but try to just be that better version of yourself,
Yeah.
Again, you mean so much to us over on the podcast, and
Yeah, man.
we obviously wish you nothing but the best for this year, and we wish the best for all of us here together as we go ahead and we continue on with the story of AOT, and so thank you for the response.
Yeah, thank you,
that.
Bobby.
Appreciate you, man.
And thank you, Jacob, as well. We also have a chat that I actually also wanted to talk about, the earlier chat from the same user, Kirkland Allen.
Oh yeah,
Kirkland Allen is a
Welcome
really
back,
cool
Costco.
user. Yeah, Costco brand Allen. Yeah, he DM'd us, and for those of you who don't know, he has been a follower. He's been listening to us. He hasn't been able to join live because he works, but he's been listening to us on his own for a while, catching up, kind of binging, and he responds to a majority of our posts and stuff, and very appreciative for Kirkland Allen.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kirkland.
Shout out to
Allen.
Kirkland.
My favorite brand of
I'm gonna start calling you Kirk.
Kirk. Kirk Allen.
But he messaged us while we were on our break saying, I finally caught up after listening every day at work for the past couple months.
Wow.
nice.
Every day for the past
Appreciate
couple
the
months.
grind,
That is
man.
Yeah.
crazy loyalty. Crazy loyalty.
Yes.
Oh my Lord.
Wow.
To open with that,
Now watch One Piece.
yeah. Now that's a whole other level.
One Piece.
I'm very sad that I can no longer binge, and due to my work schedule, I will not likely be able to join you on stream, but will do my best to catch all the Q&As and polls you post. I look forward to catching the new episodes on Spotify when they come out and hearing you guys discuss my answers. It makes me feel famous hearing my name on the internet. Kirkland
hell
Allen.
yeah.
Okay, Kirkland Allen.
Yep, that is the Kirkland Allen right there.
Yeah, the
shout out
Kirkland
to
Allen. We're just going to start saying his name now because it makes him feel famous.
I want to say, Mr. Kirkland
W.
Allen.
Kirk.
Costco brand Allen.
I want to say, man, that it means so much to us over in the podcast. That one, you even just took the time out of your day to go ahead and just listen to us, to just appreciate the content that we go ahead and give out to our friends and our supporters and all that. And man, you are just I don't know.
Yeah, literally
the
lost
fact that
for words.
you binged and you caught up, and that's incredible. And the next step is just finding a way to go ahead and get.
Yeah, dude, we want to talk to you.
No.
We'd love to go ahead and get you in chat, so hopefully we can go ahead and kind of figure that out down the line. We still have a lot of content to go ahead and
I know.
and do, and a lot of season 4.
Send me your work schedule.
And
We'll try to find a time where we all line up.
Thank you for supporting us and being there for us, and it just means so much to us.
He ends that same paragraph after saying, hearing my name on the internet makes me feel famous. He says, I love you guys. You're doing fantastic work discussing an incredible anime and helping share with the world. Thank
Shout
you.
out. Yeah, can you hit that applause again? Wow.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. That's so amazing.
Damn, that's awesome. Hell yeah.
I know. I'm so pumped up right now. Of course, I respond saying oh my gosh, this is so heartwarming. We appreciate you. And, saying that I love that AOT, an anime has brought us together. So cool. Maybe someday we can have you live in chat. Thanks so much. Lost for words.
Yep.
But in regards to Q&A,
Okay.
he messaged saying, sorry, I missed the Q&A answer, but I'll send it here in chat.
Perfect.
which is beautiful. Thank you for DMing. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that so much.
Communication.
I know. Yeah, feel free, by the way. Like, he's doing a great job. Feel free to go ahead and message us if you have more insight on your Q&A or your poll answers. Love to chat with you guys.
You know
of
that
course.
feeling when you walk away from a conversation, you think I could have said this instead? You can DM us.
There's a DM button
us,
for
yeah.
that. There's a button for that.
Still alive.
Of course, don't tell us everything. There's some stuff that should stay in the noggin. But
Yeah, not everything. It's like AOT related, preferably.
But he answers, Kirkland Allen answers by saying, I would like to embody Flock, but not to be annoying like him. In parentheses, he says, sorry, Jacob. This is how you know he watches. This is how you know he's a true fan.
Love it.
Because he knows
Hell yeah.
Jacob's guy. See, he knows.
I love
Kirkland,
that.
dude, I love you.
Wow.
Kirkland Allen.
What?
Alan, you're pretty fucking chill, bro.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, he says, I would like to embody Flock, but not be annoying like him. Sorry, Jacob. I'm aware that I'm more of a follower than a leader, and I just want to make sure that the ones who I am loyal to is the strongest.
Yeah, you know what? Shout out to loyalty. You know,
Yeah,
that's-
shout out
yeah.
loyalty.
And thank you for the response.
Yeah, and I love how you
Flock?
described it too. Yeah,
It's a little surprising, but you know, we're here for the context. We're here to understand why. That's why I love the
the
Q&As.
self-awareness to be like,
Yeah.
I'm more of a follower, dude. I don't want to be a leader. So who's more of a follower? Who's more of a
And you know
fanboy
what?
than
You
Flock?
don't have to even use the word follower. Just say that you are good at being a supporting character.
Good
so
soldiers
coachable.
follow
You know?
orders, bro. Good soldiers follow
You're just a good guy.
You know
and you're
what?
loyal.
You're just a chill guy.
That's what it is.
And I love that he's like, I just want to be loyal to whoever's the strongest, and that's Aaron. So I'll be a
Here for the
Yairist.
cheese, bro.
But that's really cool. Thanks for relating it to Attack on Titan too. Thank
Yeah.
you so much, Kirkland Allen. I wish there was a stronger word than thank you for you, but we're just gonna keep saying thanks a million times.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. And we're excited to go ahead and get more responses in the future, and hopefully some actual chat live with us.
I
over
know,
on our
that'd be
stream.
so cool. So
look
when you
forward
do
to the
listen
day.
to this in a week, when you do listen to this when it comes out on Monday, Sunday?
We'll try to get it out over on Monday.
When you do listen to this when it comes out on Monday, Kirkland,
When you're listening at
at work.
2:26 p.m.
Yeah, it's currently 2:26 p.m. You're feeling that digestion from work, from that work lunch, and you're listening to us
very
now.
sleepy.
We're in your ears. Just know, man, we see you. Keep going. Keep going, Kirkland. Keep going. Just turns into a motivational. But yeah, thank you. Oh my God. Okay, maybe we should get into the episode.
Beautiful.
This has
Awesome.
been a beautiful return to the spiral.
I know.
The Q&A
I
is
love
not
it.
done though. We have the three of us.
I know.
Oh yeah,
Why not?
We
that's
got to go
true.
ahead and try to do what Kirkland did and
Try to keep it
try to keep it AOT related.
Yeah.
But
So we can segue.
do we know which character we're trying to go ahead and embody for 2025? What's the energy we're looking at?
I could say something, but I'm not going to.
I'm just trying to go ahead and be my best Armin.
You know what?
You know,
You always are, bro.
I always am.
I'm just trying to be Zeke in his final moments.
Just
His
trying to
fun.
be
Yeah, I'm
Zeke.
just trying to be
Yeah.
naked, waving in the air, Zeke.
Yeah. Oh, Levi.
Yeah, you know what? True. I don't really know. Aaron's mom. I'm kidding.
See, that's the kind of joke I was chuckling to myself about.
I don't know actually. Genuinely thinking about it.
Connie's mom.
Yeah,
It could
Connie's
be
mom.
whatever character. Doesn't have to be.
Yeah, but I wanted to
Male
actually
or
relate to
female.
my New Year goals.
Mm-hmm.
Let me think of a real one. Commander Irwin.
That's who I was thinking about saying.
I want to be Commander Irwin.
I was thinking about saying Commander Irwin.
That's a good one. Great minds think alike.
Just because I really like how he's like, I mean, we know that I'm a certified yapper, but I like how when he does talk, it's very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to get better at that. I need to get better at consolidating my words so I don't just talk. Working on it. So It's okay. You guys are on here to listen to me yap.
Yep, that's true.
So your answer is Armin.
Yeah, I want to continue to just be my best Armin.
We're all just gonna be blonde boys.
You know, Armin really tries to see the good in people. I know it's difficult. We talked about where we currently live. We live in California. It's difficult to go ahead and see the good in people. But you know what? If I can try to maintain
That's why you just gotta be grateful for
my my morality, maintain my my truths and what I believe in, and just try to be the best version of myself, and to try to just keep a safe space, and you know, be loyal to the ones that are close to me. You know, so. I just kind of want to go ahead and be the best Armin that I can be.
Aww,
That's my favorite Armin.
I like that.
So with that being said, let's talk about some Aaron Kruger. Huh? No, this episode is interesting. We're only going to be focusing on a small bit of it, but it's interesting. It's interesting because we go ahead and we
it's
again
a crazy strong lead.
We get a conversation again between. Essentially, it's these two characters that we went on break with, and that would be Aaron Kruger. I say in air quotes. That would be, of course, the Eren Yeager that we know, but we know that he is portraying himself to be this injured soldier who needs help, and then once he receives that help from a young boy in Falco, then Aaron Kruger decides to go ahead and kind of be very more truthful, and he's just like, you know what, honestly, I'm not really supposed to be here. As a matter of fact, you know, my family's probably wondering what I'm up to, and this and that. And, you know, it kind of likes being very vague, but still being honest. And and he's kind of doing what these Jaegers know how to do, and that's manipulate.
It's their secret talent.
So,
I know. It's a gene.
Yeah.
It's strong.
Hereditary.
We come to understand that Falco is a very willing character, and I mean willing, I mean he's just another character that wants to help, wants to protect,
got a big heart,
and doesn't have that same kind of, you know,
je ne sais quoi.
He just doesn't have that same, you know, bad, you know, evil bone in his body.
Yeah.
Like some of the other characters that we were introduced to. And
he's the light side of younger Eren.
Yeah. And so, you know, we're going to go ahead and kind of start off with this. But then we go ahead and we get introduced to a very important family and a very important speaker. And I'm excited for that. And that'll be cool because, as I stated at the start of this podcast, Zach will be giving the voice of Willie Tybur. And Willie Tybur is going to have a conversation with another familiar character that we've come to go ahead and be introduced to over in season 4. And that will also be voiced by the great Zach. So Zach's going to be having a nice little conversation with himself.
Fucking yeah. They're not here to listen to you. Yeah. They're here to listen to me.
No, they're here to,
Yeah.
That's not until I'm voicing Gabi.
Yeah. And then I'm going to be
listen to you.
I'm going to be having a little conversation with myself as well to go ahead and start the episode. Lexi is going to be our gracious narrator. And yeah, so again, guys, this is season 4, episode 4. This is From One Hand to Another, part 1 of our episode breakdown and discussion. Let's go ahead and get the ears in.
The ears are on.
We're ready.
Miska, Muska, Mickey Mouse.
There you go. Practicing on your Tybur. I like it.
Yeah, that's Willie
It's
Tybur.
going to be Willie Tybur's voice.
We're blasting off again.
Well, with that being said, whenever our narrator is ready, we will go ahead.
Narrator the Lex.
And
we begin
Shit.
this episode. Like that. Shit.
Coming in strong.
We begin this episode with Reina as he runs into Falco. And Reina asks Falco,
Falco, where are you headed this late?
An exhausted Falco, trying to catch his breath, answers,
left something at HQ, so I'm running back there to grab it real quick. See you later.
A confused and curious Reina watches Falco run off. And we see Falco running with a grin on his face, running with a purpose and a mission. And we hear the injured soldier Kruger saying,
Falco, could you do me a favor?
Falco responds,
Sure. What do you need?
and Kruger tells Falco,
I want to send a letter, but coming from the internment zone, it'll probably get checked, right?
and Falco acknowledges.
Yeah, probably.
And then Kruger continues,
If they see what I wrote, they'll know I shouldn't be here. Would you be willing to send it from the outside? From outside the internment zone?
Falco agrees to help.
Sure thing. I guess this is to your family?
And Kruger acknowledges.
Yeah. Just letting them know that I'm here. And that I'm all right.
We see Falco determined to drop off Kruger's letter to his family. As Falco drops off the letter outside of the internment zone, we transition to Commander Magath. Magath notices people running around and asks,
Hey, what's all the commotion?
Kozlo responds,
The Tybur family just arrived. Looks like all of them.
A shocked Magath reacts.
Excuse me?
And we fast forward to Magath accompanied by Kozlo knocking on a door that's heavily protected by guards. Kozlo actually explains as much, informing Magath.
They're the Tybur's personal guards. It's an independent force. I hear they're good.
The door opens as they're both instructed, Please come in. We hear Mr. Tybur welcoming Magath.
Sorry to drop in unannounced. I'm Willie, head of the Tyburs. It's a pleasure.
Magath introduces himself.
I lead Marley's warrior unit, Commander Theo Magath. It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Tybur.
Willie Tybur graciously responds.
The feeling's mutual, Commander Magath. Now then, allow me to introduce you to my beloved family.
Commander Magath looks at the family carefully, noticing a woman watching two older family members sitting down. Noticing a woman watching two older family members sitting down, praying, 5 young children running around, playing, and a young woman standing in the corner mysteriously. Magath and Willie continue their conversation, and Willie tells Commander Magath.
You've overseen the warrior unit quite successfully, Commander, so I'm curious. Can you tell me which of us is the Warhammer Titan?
Magath wisely answers.
No, sir. I've seen no sign at all. Frankly, I'm not even sure if the Warhammer came here with you.
And Willie chuckles to himself.
You have an astute mind, as I'd heard. But no, it is here. Someone among us wields the Warhammer Titan.
Magath takes a look at the Tybur family as Willie pauses to just stare out the window as he continues.
I came here to lay eyes on the statue of Helos. It captures the moment, a century ago, when a mere human struck down the devil of all Earth. Saving the world and becoming a hero. What a grand sight. He stands brave and beautiful, not a scratch on him. Truly, this is the spirit of Marley.
Magath acknowledges.
Yes, I agree with you, especially since the statue is completely hollow.
Willie again chuckles to himself.
You're an unaspiring critic, Commander. I'm told that you've been working to reinstate conscription among Marleyan citizens.
Commander Magath explains.
To the people of Marley, war only exists in the pages of their newspapers. They read words saying the borders are expanded and they feel pride. If it's tamed devils or conscripts from conquered nations that bleed for those lands, so much the better. I suppose the hope is that by forcing Marleyan citizens to risk their own necks in the trenches, we can finally put a halt to the nation's self-destructive march toward war. But if I had ear of the man controlling Marley from the shadows, I would tell him it's too late.
And Willie responds.
You truly don't hold back, do you? What am I to say? As you just noted, Marley is under the Tybur family's influence. But we did not set Marley on this path of militarism. The nation chose that for itself. Long ago, we Tyburs gave Marley freedom and power by way of atonement. We chose to stand by and watch as this country plunged itself into darkness. We intend to reveal everything to the world during the main event of the festival. When I said I'd come to see the hero statue, I meant it. Marley needs a new Helos, Theo Magath. I ask you shake my hand and work at my side.
Commander Theo Magath can only stare at Mr. Willie Tybur. And we transition to Porco Galliard lazily walking up some stairs as he yawns. Porco notices something. Porco notices Peak in her human form on all fours at the top of the stairs. Good morning, Pock. A startled Porco asks.
Hey, Peak. Why are you down there?
Peak responds, I guess this just feels more natural to me. Sorry if I scared you. Porco continues.
Would you please just walk normal?
To be continued.
Someone clip that scream for me. Clip that yell.
The perfect way to end the episode with this moment.
I'm
Yeah,
honestly
that's really funny.
a little disappointed you didn't do it in Spanish.
Ohio!
Yeah, I know.
Buenos dias. Might I say, I don't know if it's just been a while and I'm just fully appreciating it now, but oh, that's not the one I meant to click. Yeah, you guys get the PlayStation opening, but excellent voice acting.
Hey,
Thank you.
Oh,
I
my
tried
Lord.
my
good
damn
shit,
best.
bro. Good shit.
You're Willie Tybur.
I
Beautiful.
slipped, and then I was like, pull it
No,
back.
you found it. You found it though.
The thing
you
is,
found
though,
it.
I felt like the slip was with Commander McGath.
Yeah.
And that voice is just
It's hard.
It's harder to swing into it.
No,
Because
mister.
I feel like before.
Especially because he had a monologue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like before I was doing him a bit more like this.
Yeah.
And then I was listening to what's Coslo, and Coslo talks like
Yeah,
this.
he's-
I was like, bro, fuck,
like, I can't have the same
I like
voice.
they sound so silly. I'm like, oh, I guess I'll do this for Coslo.
But the thing is, though, is that when going in and watching the episode in preparation for this, like, even though Commander McGath is speaking more gently, it's still
Dude,
very rugged.
It still does have
Thank you. I'm not the
grasp.
only one. Because like when I was listening to it, I was like, why does he sound so much softer?
Yeah.
Oh, like there's not as much. Like there's not as much like it's like he's fighting the rasp of it. I was like, how
Yeah.
the fuck does he do
He
that?
cleared his throat before.
But he still
said
has
that
such
sentence.
a deep. He still has such a deep voice.
Yeah.
I know.
You know?
So it's hard to get a deep
it's
voice
just hard to reach
without
that
a rasp.
sometimes.
Yeah. So at this time, though, I do want to kind of let's focus on that conversation between those two characters. The two characters that, again, you did a great job voicing, and I want
Yeah, you
to
sounded
share that same
schizophrenic for a second.
that same sentiment. though.
I'm sorry, so
little
dad's
girl.
big rat.
You're Willie Tybur, and I don't know if you remember, but how would you describe Willie Tybur?
Pretentious, pompous, very wise, silver tongue,
Yeah, and very, very
Silver tongue.
suave as well.
suave,
Yeah.
posh.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
good.
And the thing is, I
He's a Tybur.
I like
Stupid
that.
Marleyan bitch.
I like that calmness that you went ahead and you kind of brought over to the voice and stuff, you know? And so this conversation that these two characters are having, obviously it starts with, Theo McGath noticing this kind of commotion that's happening. And obviously the arrival of the Tyburs is something that's very important. And it seems like they kind of arrived unannounced, maybe. And as they arrive, the commander of this military, the Marley military, right? Those soldiers, and also where we find out, we've seen it, we saw it from early on, but I mean, he even goes on to introduce and he talks about how he is essentially the commander of this kind of warrior unit. But with that being said, they go ahead, him and Kozlo come across, this, as there's some sort of time lapse of them venturing to see what's going on.
Yeah.
They go over to this heavily guarded, I don't know, looks like a legit, like full on fucking, like not a hotel, but I mean, they're obviously over kind of on a second story of some sort of very nice looking building that they get a very beautiful view of this statue that, Willie Tybur is referring to, traveling to go ahead and see the statue of Helos, who was the human to go ahead and strike down the devil, right?
Their OG hero.
Yeah, and so this is a very nice place, very very heavily guarded, and they get the clearance to go ahead and come in, and then we have the pleasantries. We have Mr. Tybur, you know. He is the one who essentially says that claiming they dropped in unannounced. I don't know what truth there is to that. I mean, know
they're all fucking there.
the Tyburs have been kind of mentioned
Unannounced
before
to him.
in the past. Yeah, unannounced to Magath. But he talks about how he says, "I'm Willie," right? I'm Willie. But then he goes,
Nice to meet ya.
He's head of the Tyburs. The Tyburs is a name that we've heard before in past episodes that we've done. We've gone on to go ahead and learn that the Tyburs are essentially kind of like these this family that was their, I don't want to say honorary Marlian. We find out that they're not necessarily Marlian, but they have done something in past history to go ahead and kind of be perceived in this way where
they've like
they're
earned
allies.
their status.
Yeah. So
they've proven their loyalty. They've killed their.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Common
Dirty
enemies
islands.
make you friends or something like that. I don't know.
They've killed their devils.
So Magath again introduces himself. He says that he leads Marley's warrior unit. He is Commander Theo Magath. Says it's an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Tybur. Obviously showing respect, referring to him as Lord Tybur. And we have seen moments with Magath where he's not always a hard ass. You know, we see that as we were just talking
He's
about
human.
it. He has more of a
Yeah.
softer side in this moment as he's being introduced to, you know, a really high ranking kind of a not official, but he is
An ally.
Yeah, I mean, he comes from this obviously very kind of
A
almost
highly
royal type
valued
family.
ally.
Yeah. And so it seems to me that Tybur has some sort of not familiarity, but he seems to be a guy who likes to educate himself.
Yeah.
He seems to kind of know about, you know, Mr. Magath. He kind of talks about how
He seems
how
like a
he's
precautious man who would research. who
Yeah, I was
he's
going to
gonna be
say, he's
meeting.
done his research. Also, if you are a high status, high profile, you're probably, and you're inviting someone personally into your home, you're probably going to want to figure out who they are.
exactly.
Yeah.
He is the head of that household, of that family.
Yeah. So obviously he's going to take the charge and be like, I got to protect my family and make sure
Yeah.
everything's good.
And I say that to say this is because, you know, Mr. Willie Tybur tells Magath, you've overseen the warrior unit quite successfully, right? And he asks him a specific question. And this question is in regards to what Willie says before. He says that, allow me to introduce you to my beloved family. Now, this is interesting because as Lexi went ahead and went to describe, we see this kind of woman who's kind of watching this conversation happening. We see two older members of this family. They look like they're wearing some sort of, I want to say it's almost kind of like a very religious type.
It looks very like this is our Sunday wear, very fancy. And they're all like matching. It's just very like uniform and very
Very
like traditional
old money,
dress.
high class.
yeah.
And so they're kind of sitting over on the, you know, just like on a, let's say just, you know, a sofa or whatever
Yeah.
and whatnot. They both have their eyes closed and stuff. There are 5, you know, children that are all kind of playing. Seems like, you know, very normal and stuff, you know. And then there is again that mysterious woman who is standing off from the corner who is kind of wearing almost like a maid type outfit.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like she's wearing a maid outfit, but okay.
Yeah, so really interesting. But again, Theo Magath didn't become commander for just no reason.
Yeah.
He obviously is another very aware, a very perceptive type character, as he's very
Observing.
he's observing them very diligently. You can tell he's taking it in, and he's also keeping the information kind
Locked
of
in the vault.
yeah.
Cards close to his chest.
Exactly. And then so Willie Tybur goes on to go ahead and ask again, mentioning that he has some sort of knowledge of Mr. Magath. And he asks him, Commander, I'm curious. Can you tell which of us is the Warhammer Titan? And again, this Warhammer Titan is a Titan at this time where we haven't necessarily seen. For anybody obviously that has watched it in its entirety, they know the Warhammer Titan. They know the abilities of the Warhammer Titan. But this is essentially first knowledge of the Warhammer Titan.
Yes.
We have no idea what it can do, what it looks like, what its powers are, who has it,
Yeah.
how big it is.
But us
exactly.
in the future now, we can see all of the little.
I can use this thing
I know
called
it's
Google.
you. I know.
Yeah, and then it's funny how it's like, and again, we gave you guys a warning about spoiler, you know, talk, but it's funny that it so happens that the mysterious character is essentially the the one to go ahead and be the one wielding the power. But again, Magath he's wise. He's not going to go ahead and kind of just have, you know, word vomit.
Yeah.
He's not going to go ahead
He's just
and disclose
wisely.
information that could.
He's a
could get him in
military
trouble.
man. He knows how to keep his mouth
Yeah.
shut.
And he's very kind of politically correct. responds with,
This dude is PR trained.
he's like, "No, sir. I've seen no sign at all." It's very like just almost not sarcastic, but
it seems like practiced.
yeah, it's very
That's
it's very
why I say
scripted.
PR trained.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Frankly, I'm not even sure if the Warhammer came here with you," and so it's kind of like, yeah, you know what? Hey, that's very perceptive of him. You know, anybody can go ahead and just be like, like looking and maybe kind of like trying to go ahead and give a response,
like,
whatever.
Try to
stuff.
guess at least.
It's almost like it's a game of chess
like,
a
is
little
it
bit,
you?
and it's like, you know, Willie's.
You don't want to be so curious on who it is.
Yeah.
But you also don't want to be like, I don't
Willie's-
care at all.
So,
He's got a second chessboard in the back. He's playing.
Yeah.
but as I say, that's another great way to say it too. Is like you don't want to go ahead and be too excited and too eager because then kind of like, why are you excited? Why, you know, what's kind of like
Yeah.
the. But then it's almost like, you know, Willie's like, all right, here's his move. Tell us, who do you think it is? And then you have kind of like Magath is like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not even here to begin with.
Playing
you know,
like
it's not like-
conversational chess right now.
It's like I moved this to here.
Yeah.
Goth is like, I'm gonna move my pawn and watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Willie
You
just
move
like,
something now.
yeah. And then Willie, you know, he's being very playful with the conversation, you know, and stuff. And, you know, he gives a little chuckle. He says, "You're in a stew mind." And he goes, "But no, it is here."
Yeah. He's like, no, but it is here though.
And again, he very well could be lying. We know that he's not. But in this conversation, again, it's kind of like when you meet somebody for the first time, you know, you want
Gotta get a vibe check first.
Yeah, you're like,
Exactly.
okay. It's almost like you're like sizing the person up a little bit. You're seeing, you know, what's going on. You're trying to engage through the bullshit.
Are they just trying to see if I'm gullible?
Yeah. And so he tells him that it is here, and he says someone among us wields the Warhammer ability, right? And then at that moment, we see Magath again kind of look over at the family, right? Now, at this time, you know, they're kind of like at this balcony. They're having this conversation, and Willie stares out, and he talks about this statue. To describe this statue, essentially, it's kind of like this, like I don't know why I'm thinking like of like a Roman soldier or whatever and stuff, but it's like
Yeah, it is very like
Yeah.
gladiator-esque.
yeah, it's like a gladiator soldier.
Well, you have to think it probably came from like what they say it was 100 years ago.
Yeah. So it's
Probably were a little
definitely
bit less
got a
industrial
more
then.
ancient look to it, at least aesthetically.
Yeah,
And obviously
more sword
it's
and shield
a
type shit.
known story. So yeah.
yeah. Real quick, I've missed something in chat here from
Commander
Eddie.
Magath just sounds older for his age/appearance.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably because he's a commander and he's been screaming. His
Yeah.
voice is gonna be like gone and raspy.
Shot.
Awesome. Jacob clipped it, and then so Eddie has a question. Okay. So, Willie has status. Does that mean his wife is a Marleyan while he's an Eldian? Now,
Which one is his wife?
the wife isn't really kind of. We don't even know.
I was gonna say.
I assume that.
I don't really know for
You know
sure.
what?
Who the
I
wife
don't know.
is.
That's a good question, Eddie. I think that they are all Eldian,
Yeah.
which is why they're able to have that Titan in their household.
and why it's a mystery to be like,
Yeah,
which one of us
because
could it be?
if the wife is Marleyan, then they know the wife isn't the Warhammer.
Yeah.
We know that only Eldians can go ahead and transform into Titans, and I think that they're again just like honorary Marleyans.
Yeah. They
and
just have built up a high status for having history. I don't know.
I think it had to
Marleyans
do
are really
with
focused
the
history.
Tyburs helping out over in the war and and forcing the king to flee over to
Yes.
the to Island of Parody.
Pretty much helping with the Marley and for Marley to be where it is now.
Yeah. So, anyways, Well, Eddie continues.
Yeah.
That's an interesting family concept because they have to pass it on and on every 13 years.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't even have to be 13 years. I mean, again.
Yeah, they could do it every couple.
If
They're
somebody-
like, I'm done with it.
Yeah. If
Someone eat me.
If somebody even just happens to go ahead and die, and I can imagine why they would, because it seems like they're not really involving themselves in wars anymore.
Yeah.
You know? And the thing is,
Seems like more of a backup.
Maybe they don't even use. Maybe there's. I can see a scenario here where whoever the Warhammer Titan user is, maybe they even never use the ability in their time.
They have no training with it.
Because the thing is, what reason is there to go ahead and use your Titan ability when you're not involving yourself in any of these wars? You know? So I can.
The struggle of comfort.
Yeah.
Stay battle ready.
So it could just
Probably
be
why you got punched mid-transformation, Warhammer. You got unplugged and lost.
I love when characters break the rules of anime.
But yeah. So again, there is this kind of like gladiator type soldier that is has kind of like the higher ground, who's almost like, let's say, perched up over on his shoulders, getting ready to go ahead and strike down the head of this this Titan. And looking at the Titan,
Monster.
it kind of this devil. It kind of resembles almost like Grisha's Titan a little bit.
It's just so hairy.
It just has like this beard kind of thing, you know, whatever.
It's just like a monster.
Yeah.
Do we actually know what that devil was?
I don't know. I was
What if
wondering
it's,
about that. I'm pretty sure it's just like.
What if it's Kruger? Because he was leading the resistance. Oh, no, because we know he ends up at the...
Yeah, we know it's
Yeah.
not Kruger. This
not.
probably dates back
Who would have...
further than that to where
Because it's 100
It's 100 years ago.
the King Fritz type thing, and I don't think Fritz ever took the form of a Titan. He let his family do that.
Yeah.
So it could just be one of the Titans that I don't know. I want to say, didn't they have like pure Titans roam the earth, and or was it, you know, the founder Ymir who were, you know, sculpting these Titans? Oh, sorry, Lexi. It's like the noise.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna stop. Sorry.
But yeah, that's an interesting question to go ahead and kind of understand the history of it. But nonetheless, again,
the devil of all earth is a figure of Eldian mythology who made a deal with Ymir Fritz, granting her the power of the Titan.
Mythology.
Yeah, so that's the little curly horn.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay, so
that's
that's
what I
what
was
it is.
thinking, because that's in what we see the book that Historia is reading.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that
Interesting.
gave Ymir the Titan powers
Yeah.
in the first place.
I thought about getting that illustration tattooed.
That'd be pretty sick.
That would be pretty cool.
You know, gotta get an Attack on Titan tattoo, but something involving philosophy.
I'm
Or
gonna shave my
mythology.
head one time, and I'm gonna do the colossal Titan mark.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
under
do
my
the
hair.
entire.
So if I ever go bald, my kids will be like, "What's wrong with Grandpa's
Yeah,
head?
I know. What is that?
Why is Grandpa's head so flashy?"
I know. Yeah, I'm gonna get the sphere tattooed on my head.
You're gonna get the skeleton from the concert
Yeah, I'm gonna get the concert
or
visual.
the AI robot.
Yeah, or like all the eyeballs. I'm gonna get that on
Basically
my.
a skeleton.
So continuing now, Willie goes out there and he talks about his reasons for being here. He says, "I came here to lay eyes on the statue of Helos. It captures the moment a century ago when a mere human struck down the devil of all earth, saving the world and becoming a hero." He says, "What a grand sight. He stands brave and beautiful. Not a scratch on him. Truly, this is the spirit of Marley." I think that this is Willie just kind of having banter. I think that
I thought you. I couldn't tell if you were like, this is Willy, like yeah. I know you said this is Willie, but I'm so used to being around fourth graders that I'm used to
Really?
that being how really sounds.
oh, you thought
you
that
really?
this
That's
is
really cool, Miss Lexi. So he's Willie. This is Willie.
Willie talking about what
Tybur.
Willie here for?
Yeah.
I still think that this is Willie just kind of like playing chess with Magath.
Yeah.
Obviously, Willie knows what is gonna, I guess, what's taking place over in the festival,
Yeah.
right? And he goes on to kind of later explain, which is his real intentions kind of comes out, and which is why he even asks for the help from the commander, right? So essentially his intentions really are to go ahead and reveal to the world everything during the main event of this festival. And I said I'd come here to see this hero, the statue. He goes, I meant it. Marley needs a new Hellos, right? And he goes, I asked you to shake my hand and work at my side. So, when he says, yeah, I came here to go ahead and lay eyes on the statue. And he talks about how it's like, this, what a beautiful sight, this and this, whatever. It's the spirit of Marley.
This is my future.
It's clear that he's like a little bit full of shit, because the spirit of Marley in Willie's eyes almost seems like they've lost it. And they need to be reminded, And, I'm not shocked, but I'm kind of surprised with Magath's, with his words too later on in this conversation, when he kind of talks about Marley, what they see in the paper, they believe that to be war. He talks about how it's like, it's almost that in order for, I don't want to say for peace, in order for, to have like almost like this, the Marley
to
spirit.
have a society that doesn't kill itself and is rude to itself, there has to be an outside conflict.
And it's like they need to collect nations. They need to go ahead and, chase devils. They need whatever it is, right? And
everyone needs to think the way we think. Anyone else is an enemy, and everyone needs to understand that that's an enemy, and you should fear them.
Yeah.
It's literally how you get a society just to do what you need.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, but Commander Magath doesn't want to go to the island, right?
No.
Yeah, I mean, I believe this is a plan that Zeke has in place that he wants to do.
Plan. He was against it originally.
Yeah, because we know that he's had his kind of like, his reservations about even putting the Titans out in the battlefield, almost as they only do it almost as like a last resort thing, right?
It's a finishing move, last resort type of thing, yeah.
Yeah. So going back to kind of Willie and having this little kind of back and forth banter, not really kind of being true per se. Maybe this is the kind of Aaron Yeager, the Aaron Kruger kind of like half truth to it. There's more truth behind his words, but he's not going to go ahead and show his cards. So Magath, again, kind of like playing chess, he's like, yeah, I agree with you, especially since the statue's completely hollow, Yeah. And it's kind of like, again, doing that banter. Willie again chuckles, and you talk about how it's like, Commander, I'm told that you've been working to reinstate conscription among Marleyan citizens. And this is where we get Magath's words. That kind of surprised me a little bit. He says, to the people of Marley, war exists only in the pages of the newspapers. They read the words saying that the borders expanded, and then they feel pride. That's what it is. That's what I was seeking for, is pride.
Yeah, pride. Yeah.
It says, if it's our tamed devils or conscripts from conquered nations that bleed for those lands, so much the better. I suppose the hope is that by forcing Marleyan citizens to risk their own necks in the trenches, then we can eventually put a halt to this nation's self-destructive march towards war. But if I had the ear of the man controlling Marley from the shadows, I would tell him it's too late. Interesting.
Yeah.
Again, this is a guy who's been around the bush a little bit, He's gone and he's seen some things. He's experienced, plenty of wars. And
he's been all over Marley and seen every little inch of it, and knows how the people are in each area of it.
And he's also gone on to go ahead and travel and see other nations as they're involved in these wars, and
as they're torn to pieces.
Yeah, and so it's almost like, I don't know. It was really interesting to me that he kind of had that point of view, But Willie shows his intentions, and he says, like, you don't hold back, do you? He goes, what am I to say? As you just noted, Marley is under the Tybur family's influence, but we did not set Marley on the path of militarism, because the nation chose that for itself. Again, just goes to show that the Tyburs don't involve themselves in those wars and whatnot. Anyways, kind of in closing, again, those intentions, it says, the Tyburs gave Marley freedom and power by the way of atonement. We chose to stand by and watch as his country plunged itself into darkness. We intend to reveal everything to the world during the main event of the festival. And when I said I'd come to see the hero statue, I meant it. Marley needs a new Hellos. Mr. Magath, they asked you to shake my hand and work at my side. Now, the funny part about it is that during this festival, granted, the intentions are there, but there is going to be a hero. There is going to be somebody revealing themselves. And it's kind of ironic that Willie thinks that it's going to come by the hands of the Tyburs, but no.
Little does he know.
There's another character here who has, main character syndrome, and that is Mr. Aaron Yeager, not Kruger.
A man who sent a letter to his family because they were wondering where he was and if he was okay.
Yeah, he's like, I'm just letting my family know where I'm at.
Yeah.
That I'm okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. We'll go ahead and we'll talk about the conversation very, very quickly, but I just wanted to get to because this is obviously the importance of this episode is this conversation between Megathan and Willie Tybur, but Willie wants to remind Marley, right? Wants to remind them. And so with this grand speech that he plans to go ahead and give, right? Now, Aaron, and I love having this conversation because it's always so layered, but Aaron has already foreseen how this is going to play out, right?
Oh, yeah.
Which is why Aaron is using Falco, right? Aaron knows that he's not going to be left alone during the speech as he goes out there and reveals himself as this devil, as this monster, and he knows that he's going to get the help.
Yeah.
So, with all that being said, Aaron Yeager, right? He seems to be a little bit of a history buff. He knows about a little bit of that Tybur stuff. I mean,
he sees it all.
He sees it all.
That's true. He's seen it all.
He kind of
He's got to be aware of it all.
Kind of has to be a history buff at that point.
Yeah.
He is history.
And then, so do we think that Aaron disclosed this plan over to his family?
No. Fuck no.
I don't think so.
Do they think that Aaron was going to do something reckless?
I think Zeke knows.
I think he was just as vague with
as they went over and came to go ahead and protect him.
Yeah.
They don't know necessarily what Aaron's doing.
Yeah. I think that he was really vague.
They're coming in
just
blind.
As vague
They're
as
just trying to save him.
Interesting. But I just think it's so crazy that like Aaron has literally foreseen like history events and has taken matters into his own hands to go ahead and like alter and change them for his own good, right? This is just another example that you have somebody who is kind of like revered as this royalty in this Tybur family, and you have the head of that household, Mr. Willie Tybur, going to go ahead and go on this stage as this main event, as this festival, right? He's going to go ahead and use these words that are going to be so powerful. And I can't wait for you to go ahead and read these words, right?
I'm so excited.
He's going to go ahead and give this speech to try to go ahead and bring back the truth and reveal to Marley, right? And to try to show or try to go ahead and bring us this new hero. It almost makes you wonder what would have happened.
I like how Jacob says, then he's dinner.
Then he's dinner.
Yep.
Yes, exactly. But what would have happened?
Yeah.
You know?
If Aaron wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Willie actually like fulfilled his plan, whatever he wants to do with teaming up with Magath.
If he influenced Marley enough to where, like, what happens? Do they go ahead and do they go over to Parody? Do they?
I think if that happens,
yeah. Do they go to slay that dragon?
This is my spider web coming together. This is why Zeke and Aaron are working together. Aaron trying to get Zeke to push towards Parody. Aaron sees that Willie's going to come in, spew his peace nonsense, hippie bullshit.
Yeah. Is Willie trying to be the new Hellos?
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling.
I think he's be like, we need to regroup, figure out what we're doing. We need to deal with the problem at the source. You need someone to slay the Demon King. You need me to go to Parody. I think that's what he was kind of getting at, but I think he would have a delay on it. So I'm assuming this is Aaron and Zeke's attempt to expedite that process through killing Willie, being like, Zeke needs to go now and retaliate.
So in other words, then the Tyburs would have just made things more messy.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
The Tyburs would have made things a longer period of time, more death, more messy. Well, less death,
perhaps
more
even
messy.
more political.
Yes.
Oh,
more political.
for sure.
Definitely more political. Probably less death because you can't be 80%.
Yeah, there would have been less death, but
it would have been longer, uglier, and stupider.
A little more,
more drawn out bullshit.
Yeah.
Could have cranked out another 2 seasons.
I know. With all that political stuff.
We'd be
And
like,
making
what
deals.
the fuck are we watching?
It's like Monopoly.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. This is literally the
Takes
example
forever.
that Lexi mentioned about having to go ahead
Takes
and kind of
forever.
stretch Monopoly out to 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when you're done with it, you're like, cool.
But instead of 2 days,
lost.
it would be, like you said, 2 seasons.
Yeah, it'd be 2
Yeah.
seasons.
Yeah, no, that's my little headcanon. That's why Zeke and Aaron. Zeke's side is trying to push, because if Zeke's not in parity, nothing's getting fucking done for Aaron and Zeke.
Yeah, exactly.
There is no whatever. Fuck, what's the word? For
Rumbling.
no, basically like castrating. What's it called?
Oh, eradication. Like eradicating the.
No. What Zeke wanted to do. Zeke's plan
Zeke wanted to go ahead and
makes them
essentially-
infertile.
Yeah, exactly. There was a word that he used, right?
Yeah, starts with a C. If that helps you guys,
It does?
pretty sure. Euthanization.
Euthanization.
Oh.
Starts with a
Starts with an
C.
E. E for youth.
There we go. Yeah.
But no, yeah, that's what I think it is. They're trying to get their chessboard.
Yeah.
William got their own little kitty chessboard. Aaron and Z got big 5D chessboard.
Yeah.
What's crazy-
Yeah, they have another dimension of chess.
What's crazy about that though is that as Aaron is playing chess with Zeke, we know that there is an even greater Aaron overseeing everything, and it almost has like puppet strings
On all
over
the games.
like
On
Yeah.
all the
Zeke and
opponents.
everything and stuff, you know,
I could just
because
picture
Aaron is
5.
using Zeke as well.
I just
you know?
picture 5 chessboards, each one with Aaron sitting on the right, and then a different political character.
Yeah.
And big Aaron, the big like founding Titan Aaron with his strings coming down, his hair strands coming down and making the others that aren't Aaron make certain moves.
Uh-huh.
Someone draw that.
What?
Um,
Okay.
Yeah. So again, Aaron is the
Sees the bat.
master
Eddie
puppet here.
World.
He is he's getting ready to go ahead and use Willie's words to go ahead and reveal himself to
That's
really just strike fear into Marley again.
bacon.
Eat it.
And then you have Aaron, who's also essentially using Zeke. And this is all stuff that we're going to continue to go ahead and just learn and see as we get to those moments, and we get to go ahead and really see Aaron Yeager in his like ultimate form, you know. So yeah, and then to go ahead and
ultimate.
as he cocoons,
I'd say his
as
most-
he cocoons himself to get into that ultimate form.
I'd say his most ruthless is what we're gonna be seeing soon.
Yeah. Very selfish form, for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But now, speaking of Aaron, very quickly, we're going to go ahead and kind of talk about this conversation. And again, it's very quick because, again, Aaron's not kind of like hiding his agenda. He asks Falco. And again, Falco, we see him at the start of this episode. He is running over to deliver this letter, right? He lies to Rhina. You know, Rhina's like, where are you headed to this late? And he's like, oh, I left something over headquarters. I'm just going to run back and grab it real quick. He's like, no.
In reality, it's I'm delivering mail for this cripple.
Yeah.
You know him.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Exactly. And then we go ahead and we see that kind of moment that took place where Aaron went ahead and gave that letter over to Falco.
You can
Mr.
tell
Kruger.
that. Sorry, this is such a late comment. You can tell that Falco knows that he shouldn't be doing that because he doesn't say it to him.
Yeah.
You can tell that Falco's like, I'm going to run. I know I shouldn't be doing this, but he's
Rhina
doing it
wouldn't
anyways.
approve of it. I feel like if it was like Gabi or like another one of the.
We know that Rhina likes to read letters.
Yeah.
So who's to
Yeah.
say that Rhina wouldn't be like, letter, let me see.
Let me
whatever."
read that.
And then next thing you know,
to proofread it.
it would have been the moment where he's like,
Aaron
I know.
Yeager.
Yeah.
Where did
Yeah.
you get this?
Then he would implode.
Honestly, I feel like Rhino.
picks up Falco. Where is he?
Where did you get this?
Where is he?
I need you to run away from me right now.
And then Falco would be so confused. It's like, oh my gosh, Gabi's right. He really is crazy.
He's
I
lost
know.
his marbles.
But
Not the man you used to be.
so so Mr. Kruger asked Falco, can you do me a favor? Of course, Falco's was very helpful. And he Kruger says, I want to send a letter, but coming from the internment zone, it'll probably get checked, right? That's like your first freaking hint to like,
I know, to
hey,
be
I
like,
have this
why
letter.
don't you want it to
With
be
some
checked?
bad shit in it.
Yeah. They're gonna check it though, right? And you know, he's kind of like, yeah, they probably will. He goes, well, what I wrote in it, you know, they read it, they'll find out that I really just shouldn't be here, you know. And he did kind of mention over in the last time we streamed and we had that
like,
conversation.
I'm not actually mentally injured.
Yeah, exactly. He went ahead and kind of talked about that.
He sent pieces. He laid up his pieces.
And so again, there's kind of like the manipulation tactic and stuff like that, right? And he's like, look, they'll know that I shouldn't be here, but would you be willing to send it from outside the internment zone?
Only I had a kind little blonde boy to deliver my letter.
And he's just like, yeah, sure thing. So is this going to your family? You know, just Falco just being very lighthearted, you know,
Yeah.
just being, you know, just
like,
gullible and minded and
ignorant.
stuff, you know, exactly. And he's like, yeah, I'm just letting them know that I'm here and that I'm all right. You
Yeah.
know?
Aaron's the definition
That's
of,
what I don't want to be checked.
he's like, instead of momping him, he said, gang, pick me up.
Yeah.
They ain't no
Dang,
huzz out
I don't
here.
really like it here.
They ain't no huzz
Can you come
here.
get me?
Oh,
They
man.
took my leg away from me.
Yep. And
Can you
so,
pick me up? I'm
I'm
scared.
tired.
So Falco goes out there and we see him. And to Lexi's point again, he knows he shouldn't be doing this because when he actually get to this kind of like mailbox, he looks at the letter and he kind of like pauses and looks at the mailbox. It's almost like,
He's second guessing.
Like, this is the last chance to back out.
yeah. But then he heard Aaron.
He's like trying to read
this
it.
Consciousness.
Through the paper.
He heard Mr. Kruger said, "Do it.
I know.
Do
So
I'm
manipulative.
just letting them know that I'm here and I'm okay.
Yeah.
it."
All he hears is, they're gonna know I don't belong here.
Yeah.
They're gonna know I don't belong here.
And
I'm an
then,
alien.
Whispering in his ear, take off your skin. Take off your skin. Sorry, Kirkland. I know you're listening
Have
to
you
this at
seen,
work.
seen the memes of Lightning McQueen telling these kids to take their skin off?
No.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, God.
Take off your skin.
Blue, eat it. Don't eat it, actually. Don't eat that. Don't eat that bottle cap.
But while Zach finds that, of course, and after that, we end the episode with that beautiful Porco, or I should say, as Pete calls him, Pock.
You did such a good job doing Kellen Goff.
The beautiful
That
Porco.
was so good.
And
Because the way that he says those final lines are so like specific. Why are you down there?
Play it for you
why
guys.
are you down there?
I don't like the way my skin feels on my body. Do you like the way your skin feels on your
It's
body?
Owen Wilson.
You
Or
don't.
it's supposed to be.
Why don't you pull it off? Pull off your skin.
Pull off.
Oh my
your
God.
skin.
That's it.
That's just
That's
like
all that reminded me.
the worst acid trip, or like the worst trip sitter. Like the
I don't
worst
know.
thing anyone freaking out can do could be like, doesn't your skin feel so
Eric
constricting
Andre.
right now?
Mm-hmm.
All I can think about, worst trip sitter, Eric Andre.
Yeah.
Nightmare.
Hey, dude, look at this movie. And it's like Hereditary.
Oh, no.
No.
It's Midsummer.
All right. Do we want to talk about Peak and Porco, or are we good?
Honestly, we've talked about that scene enough. All I want to
Yeah.
say is that,
Buenos noches, Porco.
damn, that must suck crawling around like that, being like, this is more comfortable.
More comfortable. Yeah.
That realization must hit hard.
Yeah. And she's just like, cool. She's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm comfy like this.
Well,
You try being a card titan for months.
Tuesday.
Seriously.
Yeah.
It's Tuesday. What else?
She's like, maybe if I just speak really sexy, people won't notice I'm crawling on all fours.
Only in Spanish, though.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Good stuff, guys. Yeah, that's what we got for you guys over in this stream. We'll go ahead and we'll get down to more AOT content. We'll continue on with season 4, episode 4. Yeah, we're saying that. Yeah, that
To
was-
defeat. I know.
Yeah,
we did sing
we
that.
did,
Huns.
we did Gaston. That one was fun.
And I was voice acting.
No one
I was doing
thinks
LeFou.
Like Gaston. No one thinks.
We did the a girl worth fighting for.
Yeah, we did a girl worth fighting.
worth fighting for.
Yeah,
I love that
literally.
dude.
We
Yeah.
did I'll Make a Man Out of You.
Yeah, that was fun.
We did
Heavy Mulan theme.
There were
The
and,
Grinch.
there's a lot of Christmas stuff. As
Which
well.
one? The Tyler the Creator version?
No.
You're a mean one.
Or a mean one.
You really gotta see.
Yeah.
But nope, it was fun.
I
But
wouldn't touch your ass with a non and a
what we got, guys.
Gaston.
I will be in London next week.
I'll be in
Don't follow
bed.
him. I
No stream
will
next
be
week, guys.
in the gym.
But again, huge shout out to you guys. Thank you so much just for the love and support. And again, cheers to 2025. Yeah, let's make this this year a continuous year of AOT, but better.
Boanos dies.
Yeah. So.
Hey, this year's gonna be a great fucking year for anime.
So good stuff, guys. Again, like Lexi said, if you don't follow us on Instagram, please follow us at Attack to Talk Instagram, Attack to Talk Podcast, excuse me, on Instagram, and that's
And
where
come
you guys
through
will
on
go
chat.
ahead and, yeah,
6 p.m. on
don't
Tuesdays.
be afraid to go ahead and chat. I will not see it, but Lexi will, and Lexi will then tell me about it.
Yeah.
On stream. So
I'll relay the message.
good stuff, y'all.
Talk to us.
And
Talk to us.
Interactions.
we love it. We love
Pull
it,
off your
guys.
skin.
We are waiting for our code. Where's our code?
Yeah, Jacob.
Jacob,
Code
where is
what?
our code? It's code
Pull
what?
off your
Code
skin.
Boanos dies.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. So spread the
Code
the
POIS,
love, spread
POIS.
the word.
Pull off your skin.
Code Huz.
Code Huz.
Code
Hey, on
Huz.
There
game.
you
World
go.
Code Huz. Code
Do
Huz.
not be afraid to go ahead and respond over in the Q&A. We love reading the Q&A. Again, like Lexi said and like Zach said, just go ahead and send us a chat if you guys want to get into a little bit more of a thorough explanation
Detail. You
and
want some
stuff
more
and all
meat
that.
and potatoes.
And we'll try to go ahead and come up with some poll questions.
No more.
But that's what we got for you guys. Again,
Mommy, I want treats.
spread that love and positivity. We need it.
I want treats.
And
Yes.
I love you guys so much.
Enjoy your new year.
Mommy, I want
AJ.
milk bone.
Saying that I will miss you guys next week, but I will be having an amazing time. Me and Zebra Cakes, and I'll see you guys when I get back from London.
Enjoy all of your London food and snacks and stuff. That's
Have
not
fun eating
Yeah.
non-seasoned.
super saturated.
See, people think U.S. white people have no seasoning. Have fun in London, bro. Have fun
Yeah.
out there. Peas and toast, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Beans
yeah,
with
I'm
your
ready
bread.
for it. So yeah,
Meatloaf.
you guys have a great rest of your week, and I hope you guys have an awesome next week. And I will see you guys in 2 weeks?
In 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Wow. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Thank you guys again. That's all I got for you guys. Peace and love. Love you guys. I'll let you guys go and say your goodbyes.
Much love. All I have to say is just be grateful and breathe. And you got it.
Love that.
Love you.
Awesome.
2025 is going to be a great year. Just have positivity. Look forward to the next day. Go watch a sunrise every now and again. It's good for you.
Bye-bye.